Des Inc. Lustful Teams, Monster CC, Thanos, good to have you back. Grimcholion, Upperon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you, thank you. So today it's gonna mostly be standard. We might do a little bit of, a tiny bit of historic, just because there's this Grease Fang deck I really want to try. The idea of using Grease Fang to reanimate Parhelion on turn 3 and smash your opponent and make a bunch of angels is really appealing. So I kind of want to try this Grease Fang deck in historic, but we got a ton of limited. We got vehicles decks, we got ninjas decks, we got samurai, which I don't know if they're gonna work. We got Spirit Sisters Call enchantments. We got Grixis Yoink. We got this weird Grixis combo deck trying to make tokens and copy explosive singularity for lethal. We got viewer submitted deck. We got Jin Doll Houses, Invoke Dragon Random. We got so much stuff. We're gonna be jumping around, trying out all kinds of sweet new standard stuff. Probably no limited today. I was thinking about doing some limited. I don't know. Do y'all want limited? What would you prefer? And also wanted to mention, if you want to see all the decks, I put them in a doc. You can see all the decks there. If you have sweet decks you want to test out, I'm open to adding decks to the list. And someone mentioned like, oh, there's no Shrines deck. If there's something that you really want to build around, we could also potentially build something on stream. Like someone mentioned Shrines. If we want to build Shrines on stream, I'm open to that too. But also, we have, 2 or 3 months until the next set. So we're going to have plenty of time to get to the things that we don't get to today. Oh boy, everyone's going back and forth. Limited, constructed, some explosive decks here looking good. Hopefully they're fun. We'll see. I mean, I think hopefully they're going to be good, but I have no idea. I don't know. Ninjas and vehicles are what I'm most excited for. So I think we'll probably start with ninjas and vehicles and then jump around to some of the other decks as well. Gutter Snipe, Cloud Pleaser, welcome to the Fish Boy. Everyone wants to see the Yoink deck. Some people want to draft. Oh my goodness. Perfect day to come back, Tondo. So anyway, let's do our reminders and then we'll figure it out as we go along. I'm leaning towards constructed today, but if you really want to do limited, we can do limited maybe next stream if you really want to do limited. Mostly because, so normally our release day streams go like this. If you've never been here for limited or for a release day stream, normally what we do is, unlike a normal stream, I bought 2 of the 90 pack bundles, so 180 packs so far. I might have to get some more. Hopefully that gets through most of them. So normally what we do on release day streams, rather than playing 1 or 2 decks all stream, we're going to play as many of these decks as possible. We're going to play, a few matches with this one, a few matches with that one, jump around, try to get a taste of all the awesomeness of our new cards and of Kamigawa. And then we will jump into more full streams in the future. Next week, we'll start focusing in on certain decks. And if you really want to do limited, I don't think we'll do limited tonight. I think we'll stick with constructed. I'm sure, and I hate to suggest this, but I'm sure there's other people streaming limited if you really need your limited fix. But if y'all really want to do limited, we can try to do a limited stream next week because I'm down to do some drafting, but I'm really hyped about constructed right now. So I think we got to do some sweet constructed. So anyway, reminders: replay YouTube. That's me fight all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. Kamigawa stuff. Top 10 list, so much coming up on there. Whale Lord! Just got done watching the Wild Tithe vs. Burn matchup. What a way to kick off another sub-anniversary. Yeah, the first 3 matches of the Mana Tithe stream were so ridiculous. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Also, UHF77, welcome you as well. Big soup cheer for you. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Kamigawa cards, or really any cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish ticket. Let them know you want one, and they'll hook. Oh, that's an old border. Where did this come from? Where did Old Border Bolas' Citadel come from? I didn't even know that was a card. Ooh, that looks so good. Well, I might have to get Old Border Bolas' Citadel now. But you're going to make cardkingdom.com, so thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. We got a Discord if you want to check it out. And donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more get your message read on stream. Hey, what's up, Daisy B? Baby, how are you? Good to have you. Oh, it's one of the LGS promos. Interesting. I'll have to get one. It does look pretty sharp. That'd be a good card for a commander deck. So anyway, as I mentioned, we had a million decks to get through. I think, unless you got other feelings, I kind of want to start with ninjas and vehicles. They're the two aspects of the site of this set that I'm most hyped about. So I want to start with some vehicles and ninjas, and then we can jump around to some of the jankier archetypes. We got like standard living end, a viewer submitted deck. We got this Jin House deck. We got some of like the Grixis Yoink deck, explosive Grixis. But let's start with vehicles or ninjas. Let's just go with vehicles. The problem with vehicles is we got a bunch of builds. We got black, white, we got blue, white, and then we got the historic one, and also this Mardu one, which I just put together. I don't know if it's actually functional. Maybe we go with black, white first. Let's start with black, white, because black, white has a Greasefang Okiba boss, which I think is one of the most interesting of the vehicle pilots from the set. So black, white vehicles. We'll do some samurais too. We'll try samurais. I'm not convinced they're good, but it does have Ishin, an Ishin suite, and if you get the right draw and can load up some equipment on a samurai and get down like a Ryu, maybe they could get some wins. So I'm curious. I want to try it, but vehicles, ninjas, then other stuff. Let's start with black, white. We got a new donation from UHF77, $2 donation. I've been living the dream today. I've gotten a to D1 with 5 colors sagas. Isn't the truth? Wow, that is actually kind of spectacular. What's your saga list look like? I'd love to see it. Painter Monicon, it's on the list. It's on the list with Samurai. Rickham, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Good to see you. Happy release day. Big super cheer for you. Can we play Abzan Enchantments? That is also on the list. The Spirit Sisters Call enchantment deck. Yes, I'm going to try to get through as many of these decks as humanly possible, but we're starting with vehicles. So let's start with vehicles and jump it. Ninjas first? I think vehicles first. Vehicles, ninjas, then other stuff. So black-white vehicles, what makes this deck exciting? Greasefang, kind of insane. 3-mana, 4/3, reanimates vehicles, gives them haste. Really, really powerful pilot. Then we get a bunch of good vehicles. We get Mokati Soul Ripper, which I think is really good. We get Reckoner Bankbuster to draw some cards. We get an Imperial Recovery unit to get back our Eye Twitches and Hot Shot mechanics and Soul Rippers if they happen to die. Professor Symbology probably looks weird, but remember, with these Learn Lesson cards, yes, we do have a couple of lessons in our sideboard, but the real power is there are ways we can loot. So if we have Greasefang, we can Professor and discard a vehicle that we can reanimate with haste, and that's essentially the plan of the deck. So none of the vehicles from Keldheim. I mean, I think the only good vehicle from Keldheim is Azeka's Chariot, honestly. So yeah, no Keldheim vehicles. Are there any other good ones? What was the damage to get the cards on Arita? So far, I got two of the 90 pack bundles, which is like $200 plus tax, and I'm probably gonna have to get a little bit more. Oh, Omen Keel, yeah, Omen Keel is kind of sweet. I can see Omen Keel maybe we'll try Omen Keel in the blue-white vehicle deck. Also, if you have ideas of things to add to these decks, definitely willing to make some changes, because like I said, today was Commander Clash Day. This set released, I had to do Commander Clash. I just finished Commander Clash, so I haven't even really been able to play with most of these decks yet. So, can Greasefang target Kasima? Unfortunately, no. In the graveyard, it would not be a vehicle. It would be a creature. It can crew Omen Keel once it's on the battlefield. Oh, Plow with Mobilizer back. Yeah, so I don't have Plow in this deck. Maybe we should. I also don't have Ox. That's another one that maybe is worth considering. Ugh. This mana's not very good. We're gonna mulligan. Did I put white mana in this deck? Hopefully. Well, I mean, we can sack the Eye Twitch, so that's fine. This hand's not super exciting, but we'll make do. Yeah. All right. Here we go. First game of Kamigawa Standard. Well, it's Eye Twitch. Thought behind Edgar. The basic thought behind Edgar is it's a crewer that is really hard to deal with permanently. Smoldering Egg. Oh my god. All right. Well, go to combat. Hit ya. Like, the power of Edgar is it's really hard to kill, and vehicles need someone to crew them. So Edgar is just a way that we can hopefully always have a crew member. Well, I guess we got to get like, environmental sciences to get white mana at some point. All right, well, there's all the white mana. Pass. Ooh, this Ajano's probably going to be good. We have a new donation from Gosh Damn. Shattered Sanctum and I guess Professor of Symbology. From Gosh Damn, some food for thought. He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. Well, thank you. All right, opponent. Seeing that one coming, yeah, let's, I guess, Professor again. We just have so many lands. We'd like to draw some real Magic cards. That would be sweet. We're gonna discard a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Hot Shot Mechanic. Go-Go Savannah Alliance. Opponent adapts. Foretells. Well, they're not foretelling Elrond's Epiphany, at least. So how is Kamigawa been? Have y'all been playing it? Does the white land trigger Goldspan when you target it? It is not, although it can only hit attacking or blocking creatures, so you can't... So you can't actually kill it before it attacks and gets that trigger, which is a little bit of a bummer. Well, Hotshot Mechanic, go. Where's all of our vehicles? We got so many vehicles, we're just not finding them. So what have y'all been playing that has been sweet? With Kamigawa, behold the multiverse. Gonna flip the smoldering egg momentarily. My limited match got disrupted by my computer getting shut down. Oh, that's not good. I heard that Arena's actually been running well today, which is sweet. Normally Arena on set release day, you never knew. Opponent gonna Dragon Fire the Hotshot Mechanic and flip the dragon and go attacking. All right, annoying. Well, Grease Fag. Huh. Well, we're the awkward vehicle deck that has no vehicles. That's making this hard. The fact that we do not have any vehicles is making all of our cards much less good. Which new commander are you most excited to try in Commander Class? I mean, it's gotta be Izzet. The Painter Monicon is just so sweet. All right, well, opponent, I think is Ajano's gonna be good, but I think our opponent is basically just playing old Izzet Dragons. We have a new donation from Necro Redemption. Oh my god. Where's the vehicles? Oh no. Well, this start has just been incredibly clunky. We just have not been able to find any threats, any pressure, and our opponent's just doing the Izzet Dragon thing. Going to try my new Hinata deck tonight for Commander Mild. Yes, a little nervous that'll get hated out of the game, even though I'm not going to be abusing X spells. What are your thoughts? Is Hinata a kill on-site commander? I think that, thank you so much for the donation, by the way, Necro. I think that the perception is that it's a kill on-site commander. So I think you're gonna have a hard time keeping it on the battlefield. With commanders like that, it's really tough. If you build them in a busted way, then you feel bad because you're doing something that feels so overpowered. But then if you don't build them in a busted way, you're going to get most likely run over by everyone who's afraid of your busted commander. So I think that's kind of the concern, essentially. Jeskai Reconfigure. Ooh. This could be fun to try, just to... I mean, I don't know what happens if you throw all the reconfigure. Oh no. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead here. I mean, we'll fire up a land and we do have a board, but we've just, well, we mulliganed and we flooded and we did not manage to find a single vehicle in our vehicle deck. Are you gonna do a draft on stream? Sometime probably. I think most likely not tonight. I think we're going to play Constructed tonight, but if it's something people are really interested in, then like next stream or something, I'd be open to the possibility of doing some limited. Normally, I don't know. Normally when we play limited, most people don't watch, which makes me think it's not especially popular. Yeah, well, let's see. Opponent, with having the card draw, they should be able to, they just need any spell. Well, for... drawing all those lands and drawing 0 vehicles, which I think are like our best cards in this matchup, it was actually pretty close. Like, we're 1 turn short and we just ran, oh my goodness, so poorly. Ego, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. All right, opponent playing Izzet Dragons. I guess we'll probably bring in some Go Blanks. Hopefully draw a vehicle or two one of these days. All right. So, actually, maybe Trespasser's fine. Maybe we cut, like, maybe the hot shot mechanics. The hot shot mechanics are just going to die to Spike Field Hazard, which is not great. What else can we cut? I mean, really, we want to draw some vehicles. Vehicles decks without vehicles. I don't even know. Is it still a vehicle deck if you don't draw a vehicle? That's the real question. Yeah, let's go down the Born to Drive. Right like that. Ooh, let me see, Magikarp. Currently brewing Dimir Delphi Ninjas. Ooh, that sounds fun. Ooh, some Joyra. Some Joyra Commander. Oh, that's another tough one. That's pretty kill-on-sighty. Playing Joyra and trying to do it fairly, gonna be a tough sell with the rest of the table, but that definitely, that's a fun idea. I like it. I try to watch as much as I can, but I live in Australia, so awkward stream time, usually 6 a.m. when you stream. Ugh. Yeah, that is, okay, we actually have we have a Kamigawa card. We have a vehicle, Makati Soul Ripper. Let's see if this card is as good as we are hoping. Let's find out. Well, land go. Biggie's Packs, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Well, land Soul Ripper. Hit you with the eye twitch. This is more like it. Any sweet standard decks with the new Hidden Stockpile? I haven't built a Hidden Stockpile standard deck yet. Although, it does seem like a really sweet card. So does this mean our opponent's countering... Oh, do we have to not run out? This is so awkward. So the problem is, Draw Your Disruption, opponent's MDFC Tribal. If we run out this Trespasser and it gets hit, it's so bad. To the point where I think we're not going to do it. I think we're just going to hit with the eye twitch and leave up Deadly Dispute and play around it. What do you reckon are the must-get Neo cards for my Theft-based EDH deck? Now she's already on the list, but anything else? The blue Invoke seems pretty good. Just steal a creature or artifact for 5 mana. So that could be in the conversation at least. Crim's not fired. It's just Crim's turn to take some time off of Commander Clash. We all take turns. But he does not really play creatures, so that would be a legitimate reason to fire him, I guess, if that's a fireable offense, because he really does not play creatures. Well, Deadly Dispute. Get a Mascot Exhibition, draw some cards. Can we get in a vehicle hit? Land and go blank. Winter Malone, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup chip for you. Thank ya. Well, I mean, maybe we just do it this way. Mech Hanger, turn it on. About it. Do you have an answer? Go attacking. Do we sack the treasure? Ooh. Yeah, he does play Opposition Agent. That makes the cut sometimes. Opposition Agents, Notion Thieves. You know what? We're just going to hit you. See what our opponent does. I mean, they certainly have answers in their deck. We'll see if they have one right now. Dragon Fire. They do. About it at depths. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's pretty bad if our opponent just has removal. If our opponent didn't have mana up, then we would be all about it. But with our opponent leaving up mana, it's tough. Winter Malone handing out the gift subs to Merrick and Asapaleros. All right, opponent has tapped down temporarily, so I guess we go blank. Make you discard a couple cards. I forgot how busted Goldspan Dragon is. Card's so good. To Merrick, Dogalos, Daniels, and Izu. Welcome to the Fishbowl. And Winter Malone, thanks for handing out the gift subs. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. All right, so opponent had to discard a couple things. He'll play another Soul Ripper. Get Goldspan. Yeah, Krim does do some mass reanimation, but I think he's mostly reanimating everyone else's creatures that he is that he has killed. Opponent plays a Smoldering Egg and Multiverse to draw a couple cards. Well, I mean, I think we're not in the worst shape. We can actually just Mascot Exhibition. Opponent's cries 2 to the bottom. Passes. Well, land. Mascot. Oh, could we get Spell Pierce? Is that a real concern? There's no way. There's no way they're playing Spell Pierce again. They can't be. A Lesser Perose with a gift sub to Yenis. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank ya. Fire up the Soul Ripper. Hit ya. Okay, we're doing vehicle things. We're doing vehicle things. We're attacking with a vehicle. We have nothing to sack this turn, unfortunately, but get in with the Soul Ripper. I mean, we could sack an Inkling. You know what? We're going to sack the Inkling. Grow it. Hit you for 5. Soul Ripper power. I mean, Spell Pierce is the card people are going to play. Hey, awesome, Factual. I'm glad they made it. I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm glad they are there. Goldspan is a beast. Fairly expensive in Australia, too. Most Liliana Planeswalkers are expensive in Australia. It's interesting to me that there's such a big opponent has Fading Hope. Interesting to me that there's such a big price difference from country to country when, like, everything is so global at this point. Yeah, Braid is... I think the stuff like a Braid goes up in value in Vehicle World. We'll see. I mean, maybe the vehicles won't be as good as I think they will be. Like, I think the vehicles are going to be great, but... Why is everything expensive in Australia? Is it the island thing? Opponent, Expressive Iteration. On the Smoldering Egg. Does this deck have any... This might be a Kamigawa free deck. I mean, I guess it's day one, and, you know, not everyone has the cards, but... Right now, we are playing some Greasefang Orzhov vehicles. Opponent. Spike Field Hazard. And... Well, we'll see. Opponent's got 4 cards. Like, right now, we're the one that's pressuring, which is nice. Spike Field Hazard. On the other end, this Egg's about to flip, which is less good. And Spike Field Hazard. All right, opponent has flipped their Dragon. Goes attacking. Hits us. Removal, maybe, for the Ashmouth. Bankbuster. Well, play Professor of Symbology. Get a reduce to memory. Get rid of the dragon. Okay, that's good. That's good. The lesson plan coming through. Do you have a blue-white vehicle list for standard? Yeah, that's one that we'll try soon as well. But yeah, they're all. I mean, all the current lists are on the deck command, but there is a blue-white one as well. About it. All right, dragon down. Well, fire up the Soul Ripper. Go attacking. Yeah, we're gonna keep sacking. I'm worried about the bounce. Fading Hope is kind of annoying. Like, Alright, opponent does have Fading Hope. Oh, this deck's so obnoxious. Yeah, we'll probably try Mardu vehicles in Historic too. Opponent bounces our stuff. Well, I guess we play the Blank Buster. Pass the turn. Yeah, Fading Hope lives up to its name, that's for sure. Seems about the time when our opponent will top deck a Goldspan Dragon. Opponent. Top decks a Goldspan Dragon. Boy, we called that, didn't we? Didn't we? Wow. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Well. Oh, so this means we're dead, right? Yeah, we look pretty dead. Well, Goldspan Dragon's still a pretty good card. Who would have guessed? We'll get a reduce to memory. We'll cast it on a dragon, which will make mana for our opponent to counter. The opponent has another Fading Hope to pick up the dragon. Fair, fair, fair. We'll play. Oh, you're so close. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll hopefully play some other matchups. Hopefully it won't just all be Izzet. I think honestly I'm just like kind of sick of Izzet. It's dominant like for the whole year in every format. All of 2021, Izzet just kind of dominated really taking advantage of your double manas. Izzet just kind of dominated every format this year, so I'm just kind of tired of Izzet, period, at this point. It's really like, yeah, I think you're right, Bobo. Like, expressive iteration does coincide with when all of a sudden Izzet just dominated literally every format from standard to legacy. I think that is the real power. Like, 2-mana draw twos are pretty good. Opponent casts a Cinderclasm. Okay. And goes to combat and attacks with the dragon. Yeah. Oh, Goldspan's just so. I mean, Goldspan is a lot worse than Alchemy. Vaporlock, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Maybe that's I don't know. I was going back and forth with this today. Like, should we play these decks? I mean, we're dead. Should we play these decks in Standard or in Alchemy? I'm actually, I don't know. Like, I like that Standard offers a format that you can play in paper. I think that's a big upside. On the other hand, I like that Alchemy has Goldspan Dragon that is slightly more fair. I mean, I guess technically we could jump block for a turn, but really, in reality, our opponent's just making so much mana with this. Expressive iteration. Standard for sure. Yeah, I mean, all of our decks are for standard. But then, as you get beat down by Goldspan, the idea of Alchemy, there's some upsides to the idea of Alchemy, I think. About it. Alright, so opponent, Izzet control. Well, that was a bummer. Well, on to the next one. Hey, what's up, Elf? How are you? Good to see ya. Nice. What colors did you end up in? What bombs did you get? 7-1's definitely a sweet run. Yeah, Fading Hope makes a lot. I mean, the ninjas are one thing. Like, I think ninjas can fight through Fading Hope. I think that cards like Fading Hope are really strong against like the Spirit Dragons and so forth. Tough to play like big death trigger things in a Fading Hope world. I mean, I really think that's why Wizards banned Divide by Zero. This is why I have Wandering Emperor in 75% of my decks. Card just steps on Goldspan even on the draw. I mean, wait, doesn't Wandering Emperor, like, don't they still get the treasure and counter it or no? Because it only gets tap creatures, right? So you gotta flash it in after they attack and get the treasure? I wish I could kill it without giving it treasure. The treasure's the tricky part. Like, when you give your opponent the treasure, that's it has already started to like snowball in a negative direction. So I think we're mostly playing standard today, although we might do a little historic. Just to see what the Grease Fang Parhelion. I'm interested in Grease Fang Parhelion combo. Opponent. I think this deck needs improvements. How would you improve white black vehicles? Michelion 7. Opponent. Gets in. Yeah, I think we gotta not block because we're gonna need this for crewing purposes. Yeah, someone asked about shrines. All right, so opponent. I guess we should have blocked because they have removal anyway. Oh, opponent did not have enough snow-covered lands. Opponent. Yeah, shrines. Someone asked about shrines in standard, and I feel like in standard they're a little meh. Well, all right. Hotshot mechanic. Actually, how do we do this? So opponent has an old growth troll. We can soul rip past it, but we gotta sack something. All right, Professor of Symbology. Get, I guess, reduced to memory. Soul Ripper. Go attacking. Sack the Professor. Well, I think we have to... Yeah, we should have played our lands differently, I guess, if we're going to have to do this. Play the Hotshot mechanic. Pass the turn. About it. It's not a great trade, though, because the old growth troll just comes back. Kind of a losing trade to trade a card for half of a card. Sculptor of Winter. Opponent. Gets in. Hits us. Well, play the land. Bank Buster. Soul Ripper. This is tough. So old growth troll, they're gonna draw a card. This can pump. So we can crew, but we can only crew one thing. I don't know if we can win by going aggro. But do we win if we block? Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to. It doesn't feel great, but I guess we gotta. Opponent. Yeah, old growth troll. When it dies, it becomes an enchantment that you can sack to make a 4/4 troll. So yeah, it's kind of 2 cards in one. Everyone loves Wandering Emperor. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll throw some. Maybe Wandering Emperor is the truth. Maybe we'll throw Wandering Emperor in the deck and just see, because it seems like multiple people are saying that they love Wandering Emperor, which is interesting. Well, let's crew up the weaker Soul Ripper. I mean, we can give it a try. Wandering Emperor is a card that I feel like it seemed like it had potential to be good. Opponent. It's us. Down to 5. Lair of the Hydra. That's another potentially lethal threat. Untaps a land. Descendant back leader. Oh, too many. So we're having a bit of an issue with just like the order that we're drawing our cards. Like we've had games where we draw no vehicles and a ton of crewers, and games where we draw a ton of vehicles and no crewers. Maybe we need a different mixture of stuff to actually make it work, because that's something we've kind of run into. Like that game, we had like 4 vehicles, but they didn't really do much because we could only crew one at a time. Interesting. Maybe, I don't know. But we only have, like, we have, 9 vehicles in the deck. Interesting. I mean, that's the power of something like Edgar, I think, that it's just such a permanent crew member. And I think that's pretty I think that's pretty powerful when you're trying to keep vehicles turned on. Yeah, maybe we'll go down an eye twitch and keep the graveyard trespasser running like that. Opponent. More Born to Drive. I think Born to Drive's interesting. 3 mana to make 2 tokens is not especially efficient. Well, that's a lot of lands. I mean, well, you know what? We got some good removal. Hopefully, we just draw some of our good cards. Maybe Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Go. I don't like vehicles. I mean, we've played a game, so I probably would hold off on thinking that vehicles are bad. Opponent. I think the instant that cruise vehicles is fun. I think it could be good in maybe a Mech Titan Core style deck. I think you need to have a ton of vehicles though, because it's another card that's just like inconsistent is basically the issue with it. Opponent, Ranger class. Well, Grease Fang. Huh. I mean, maybe we can afford to play more Mech Hangers. Like maybe that could be a possibility. Mech Hanger does seem pretty sweet. Like Mech Hanger is a way to crew up vehicles. Why not duress against this deck? I've been trying it since Mangu said it's good, and it really is. Unnatural Growth. Well, I guess we're gonna have to kill that then, aren't we? Okay. Well, yeah. You like duress against mono green? I mean, I guess it has a few non-creature spells. It has a few good non-creature spells. Opponent. I'm gonna get in for a bit. Oh, you gotta assume that they have removal. How can we do this in a way that does not lead to us dying? Oh, Graveyard Trespasser. Play the land, Soul Ripper. Well, save us, Graveyard Trespasser, I guess. Ishin is a samurai that doubles attack triggers. McGarry for the 48th month. You admit that I was right about Pioneer all along. I don't know about all along. I will admit that I like Pioneer again, and I think Pioneer's in a good place now, but I do think Pioneer was in a really bad place for a while, and I think that is also true. All right, so opponent going to Blizzard Brawl. They got a discard for Ward. They are going to most likely get to draw a card, but we can have the Bankbuster die because we have Greasefang to get it back. All right, so we lose the Trespasser. Opponent fights. I mean, I guess we can't kill the pack leader either way. Ranger class, number 20. Opponent. But yeah, I've been enjoying Pioneer a lot again recently. Goes attacking. Puts a counter on it. Well, we might as well block because we're grease-fanging anyway. Opponent's out of cards. Can we stabilize against double Ranger class? That is the question. 2 Ranger classes is a lot. But we get to Greasefang to get back the Blockbuster. We get to Professor of Symbology to get Mascot Exhibition. We get to Hive of the Eye Tyrant. We go to Combat. I'm wondering if Arena's going to put a stop here, or if you have to go into full control mode to... All right, it seems like it does, so that's good. All right, yeah, Greasefang is so sweet. I mean, I think we're... How do we fight through this? Like, if we sit back, they're just going to keep drawing cards. I mean, I guess we can double block. All right, let's stay on defense. I mean, Greasefang's great because we can just keep crewing up these vehicles and getting them back. So that's gonna help. opponent. So next turn we can get back the Soul Ripper. Yeah, but to crew it up we have to tap a... Oh, jeez. All right. That's a good one off the top. About it. Attacks. Attacks. But we have to tap something to crew. We have to tap the Grease Fang to crew it up. So I don't think we can afford to do that. So opponent gets to draw a card. Oh, that Uvenwald Oddity was a good draw. Hey, what's up, Bobby Miser? How are you? Oh, if you play new Tezzeret, you get a full control? That's awkward. I think there's a lot of possible color combinations for vehicles. This is just the first one we have tried. So I think that Magda is definitely a sweet option. I mean, we got to kill the thing that's drawing cards, I think. Oh, we're just so far behind. All right, block, block. How are you, Bobby Miser? Deadly Dispute. Not the best time for that. I'll play the... We could try to kill this with Giano. That might be better. And then try to wait. Yeah, I think we do. Let's play the Bank Buster. Go to combat. Get back Soul Ripper. Pass the turn. We're at 8, though. 8 is not a lot of life. So we kill. Hopefully they put the counters on this or we're going to be dead. Yeah, the Moose, when our opponent was empty-handed, was a great top deck. Sika, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. We have a new donation from Mikiri, a huge donation, $100 donation. OGs know that I've been shouting about Pioneer for the Rooftop for a long time, and now people are seeing the truth. Also, I don't know if you remember, but I proposed a sweeping series of bans 1.5 years ago that I think would have been... Jeez Louise. All right, so opponent, another good one as far as top decks. So crew the Bank Buster, sack the Grease Fang. Ugh. Okay, draw a couple cards. Well, there's all of our removal, but is it too late? Perhaps. So opponent makes that indestructible, grows it. I do remember that, Mikiri. You did have some good ideas. I think from what I remember, I mostly agreed with your ideas. All right, so opponent, counter. So this one's indestructible. We block here. We vanishing versus the oddity. We lose our Bank Buster. We're clawing and fighting. Losing that Grease Fang definitely hurt. Yeah. Is Blizzard Brawl the best constructed removal spell that Green has ever gotten? I think it might be. It's at least got to be on the pretty short list of best removal spells White has ever gotten. All right, so now what? Lair of the Hydra, Ranger classes. I'm a little disappointed that we haven't seen a single Kamigawa card from any opponent yet. Huh. Like we can a mascot exhibition, but does that even do anything? I mean, I guess it's better than immediately dying, but the 2 counters a turn for Ranger class is tough. Yeah, I don't think Abrupt Decay counts, because that definitely has the black aspect. Let's say mono green removal. It's got to be the best mono green removal spell. Opponent. I mean, it basically is Fatal Push. Like, you need a creature, but whoo. Anyone have a Kami Wordless for Historic? Oh, I don't, Daniel. That sounds like a fun idea, though. Yeah, Ranger class pretty good. It is apparently not been replaced by any of the new sagas. Disappointing. I was hoping to see a sweet new saga. I don't know. Has anyone tried playing the sagas yet? Desert Twister is powerful. I mean, like, you could argue something like Beast Within, but like 6 mana, 3 mana, that makes it a lot tougher. Now, block, block, and block. How do we overcome this layer of the Hydra, though? You know what? They have another layer of the Hydra anyway. Let's go to 1. Oh, is there any way we can keep something alive? Not really. All right. Well, keep on jumping. Yeah, I think the white one is just a good standalone card. Opponent. Well, vehicle punishment. All right. So we're gonna switch it up. I want to try, 'cause some people, I don't know if the Wandering Mage is actually good at all, but we'll try it. Yeah, we don't have enough removal. There will be more Budget Pioneer in the future, I'm sure. It seemed like people really liked the last one, so I'm sure there will be more. So everyone thinks Wandering Emperor, well, some people think Wandering Emperor is insane. We will try it. I am a little nervous that, I don't know how it works. I mean, I guess it can make a Samurai, which can kind of work for vehicle crewing. Like, that's something. And it does work as more removal, I guess. So let's give it a shot. Let's see. And then we'll move on to deck number 2. I don't know what the right amount of lands. We got 24. 24 is probably fine. The new legendary lands make it interesting to figure out. Maybe we get on the Fateful Absence if we're going to play a million Wandering Emperors. All right. One more black-white vehicle shot, and then we'll move on to the deck, to the arena. And then we'll move on to the next deck. All right. Arena with the reset. Try the Shock Vehicle with 4 mana artifact creature bouncer. Yeah, the Shock Vehicle, you need, I think, a few vehicles in it, but I think it is definitely a sweet one. Maikukuru Aggro. Ooh. Hey, I'm good, Restive. How are you? What's your Maikukuru Aggro deck look like, Rooker Dog? Opponent. Well, we got the Wandering Emperor in hand, so we'll see. Is it the truth people suggest? Emperor's great. Been playing it in Esper control. We're up against Burn. Okay. Okay. Your Artisan deck looks fun, Rugger. Opponent. A lot of Wandering Emperors. Well, Professor of Symbology. Well, we got a lesson to solve our mana woes. Get a environmental sciences. I had a fun Greasefang Oswald deck that was able to play Chariot from Mechhanger. Ooh, that sounds sweet. So opponent is just straight up. They appear to be straight up Burn. Not used to your new schedule. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. Ugh. All right, well. We will get our lands the hard way. At least we gained 2 life. The Thursday stream just shifted up by an hour. That is the only change. Nothing big. All right, well, let's do some looting. See if we can find a land. Discard a Soul Ripper. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna play that untapped. Oh, risky against Burn, but I think being able to Deadly Dispute is going to make it worth it. How about it on taps? Tamiyo's completion is great. Wait, what's Tamiyo's completion? Like Tamiyo itself, or is Tamiyo completion a different card? That's the upside to playing limited, is you actually have to read all the cards. I think it's a good way of learning cards. Well, sack it. Draw a couple of cards, try to get our land drops. Alright, land and... Yeah, I guess we Soul Ripper. Alright, this isn't looking bad. I think we're in good shape. I don't know if we can attribute it to the matchup or the Emperor's in our hand, but... Pass the turn. It's the tap enchant. I'm going to have to look this up now. Tamiyo Ooh, Flamebreaker, eh? Tamiyo's Completion. 4 mana, flash, enchant a artifact creature, planeswalker, when it enters the battlefield, tap the permanent. If it's in equipment, unattach it. Enchanted permanent, loses all abilities. Doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. That's pretty sweet common blue removal. Opponent. Well, get rid of that. And now we get the Grease Fang. I think we're in good shape now. Right now we're playing black-white vehicles. We're gonna switch in after this game, most likely. Not the best start for black-white vehicles, but we're gonna play. I mean, Edgar's probably actually the best choice. See, this is where Edgar's sweet, because we can play Edgar, we can crew the vehicle, we can sack Edgar. Edgar's going to start making tokens that we can use to crew the vehicle, and then it's going to flip back around and we can do it again. So I really like this synergy between Edgar and Soul Ripper in specific. Like, that's just a really sweet little synergy. Opponent, Academic Dispute, okay. What do you think about Wandering so far? The Wandering Emperor, we just added it to the deck because people said it was really good and they liked it, so we're trying it out. So far it has been in our hand and we haven't even cast it. But other people in chat have been really high on it, so. Speaking of Pioneer earlier, I do have a blue-black Pioneer deck that wants to use some new cards to try to make Dream Stealer finally happen. Ooh. Dream Stealer is definitely a sweet one. So opponent has artifact destruction, but it's sorcery speed. Well, all right. Rat time. Here comes the Grease Fang. No bombs. So how does the format feel as far as, is it a bomb-driven format? All right, go to combat. Grease Fang. Get back the Soul Ripper. Crew the Soul Ripper. Smack ya. Oh, and now we can sack the tokens. This is the synergy I was envisioning with with Edgar in the Soul Ripper. About it. Seth, did you get the email I sent you with the Mana Tithe deck plus world music? Oh, I'll have to look. I know I have some emails that I haven't gotten to yet, so I'm gonna say most likely, and I just haven't read it yet. Opponent. All right. Awakening tapped. Well, sooner or later it's gonna be Emperor time, just because we're casting all of our other cards. Sacred Fire. Yeah, it might have been. I guess it might have been better just to keep the 1/1 because Grease Fang can reanimate it. Yeah, that might have been better. All right, opponent gonna blow up Edgar. Actually killed an Edgar. That doesn't happen much. Magic Missile. All right, opponent's tearing stuff down. Well, let's Wandering Emperor. Not full value, but make a Samurai. Crew the Soul Ripper. Hitcha. Sack the Soul Ripper is going off. The Soul Ripper is up to 7 power. This is Soul Ripper at its best. At its best. Oh, I'll have to look for it, Stone Rain. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there somewhere. Vote it takes down the Wandering Mage. All right, well, this should be lethal, right? Hotshot Pilot. So Wandering Emperor seemed fine. Like, Wandering Emperor wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, we're gonna try some ninjas. Ninjas are next up after vehicles on our list of things to try. So it's coming. It's coming. I don't know. Do you think Tetsuko is I don't know. I've been going back and forth on Tetsuko. Like, do you want Tetsuko or do you want more ninjutsu stuff? And I'm honestly not 100% sure the answer. what is best there. Been playing some control lists with 4 mirror shell crabs today. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, mirror shell crab being like a bad mana leak, but it is also uncounterable. The channel abilities on the card from this set are kind of absurd. Like, oh. I heard a bunch of people saying there's no good ninja payoffs. I mean, I feel like ninjas have a lot of sneaky synergies, but yeah, my initial build of ninjas didn't actually have Tetsuki Umezawa. It was just all ninjutsu stuff. But as I was building it, I was going back and forth as to like, oh, what's right? Should we be playing more of these? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Favorite card from the set? Ooh. I mean, Mech Titan Core is really sweet. I think Mech Titan Core is probably the easiest pick for my favorite card from the set. I'm really interested to try Isshin. Has anyone done anything with Isshin yet? So I was trying to build Isshin, and we have a Samurai deck that we'll try that is kind of built around Isshin because Samurai are about attacking. But I was looking through all of the attack trigger stuff in standard. It might be that venturing into a dungeon is like the best thing that you can do with it. It kind of seemed like that was the most powerful synergy is just venture into a dungeon. Well, play the land pester. We're gonna leave up Deadly Dispute. Isshin Samurai wasn't good for me. Couldn't even win in non-standard. I mean, I'm not expecting Samurai to be good. I think that Samurai are really, really weak, but I am interested in trying them. All right, opponent does some magic missiling. Haven't finished yet. Sort of direction I'm taking Isshin. Let me see, Wolf. Ooh, we actually got a vehicle. That's sweet. I'll play Bankbuster. Play the land. So far, the channel lands have been as impressive as I was hoping. Like, the channel lands seem really good. Ooh, Isshin Cavalcade. Yeah, once you get outside of standard, I think there's a lot more potential synergies. Doubling up Cavalcade at Calamity does seem that seems pretty powerful. That's also super, super cheap, Shiroi. Like, that would be a great budget deck if it's actually even a bit competitive. Yeah, the channel lands are great. Is there anything else? I mean, if you've been playing today, is there anything else that has really impressed you or disappointed you? I'll play the land. Environmental sciences. Grab a land. And yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna Grease Fang, Crew, beat you down. I mean, the vehicles are looking good this game, this match. This has been the best vehicles have looked like by far. Tezzeret feels great. Oh, it'd be sweet if Tezzeret is good. I feel like the last... Ooh, opponent with a chance. We saw a Kamigawa card from an opponent. Okay, there are Kamigawa cards. There are Kamigawa cards in an opponent's decks. They do exist. Onical Anvil. Yeah, I think that card's definitely interesting. Any suggestions for Sealed? Ooh. I mean, Sealed is always a format. When I play Limited, I usually play Draft, just because Sealed has always felt so, to me, so pack dependent. Like, it's just so dependent on what you open. Oh, this is going to be a sweet turn. So we get to get back the Bank Buster. We get to crew the Bank Buster. We get to kill the Chandra. Grease Fang does seem good. Maybe the exact mix of stuff for the black-white vehicle deck, maybe that's still TBD, but like, getting back a vehicle with haste and crewing it seems, that part has felt good. Nia Chuck, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Happy release day to you, opponent. Oh, good luck with your packs. Yeah, I did a bunch of pack opening early today too. This burn deck seems iffy considering your turn 7 in the currently 20. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if our opponent's running badly or burn is bad or or exactly what, but, well, I mean, I guess Wandering Emperor. I mean, I think we're definitely, I don't know how our opponent kills us from here. Like, I don't even know. I haven't really gotten a good sense of it. Maybe we'll have to try to add it to the white blue vehicle deck and give it more run. We've played it a couple times and it's been fine. It hasn't been like, I don't know. It seems good. I want to cast it more, I think. Let's discard a Emperor. Take up on the Samurai. Play a Miria's Call. I mean, this one's definitely over. This is the first vehicle win. First Kamigawa win of the night. Ooh, yeah, I think that Thundering Raju is really strong. Opponent. All right, Flame Breather. Yeah, we could have plussed on the rat, I guess. That is true. Spikefield Hazard on Edgar. I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm not really sure how it's possible that we lose from here. Mascot Exhibition. Take up on Symbologist. I mean, I think Wandering Emperors felt good. I think I will say so far it's felt good. About it. Fighter class reconfigure. Yeah, someone sent in just a few minutes ago a pretty much all reconfigured deck. Spikefield MDFCs. MDFC is even more powerful than Edgar. Oh, I mean, Wandering Emperor did feel pretty solid. Ishin with Ezekiel's Chariot. That is one of the powerful attack triggers. The colors are a bit of a challenge. Like that's a bit of a challenge. I believe the name is pronounced Ishin. Hard E, emphasis on sheen. Interesting. Yeah, seems like Japanese names have emphasis in different places. Kira Ashmore, welcome to the Fish Bowls. I'm sure you're probably right. For the 59th month, still going strong. Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. All right, let's try the blue-white vehicle deck a couple of games, and then we will try. Let's add some more Emperors and just see. And then we will try Ninjas. Ninjas are up next, and then whatever y'all want to see, we will start working our way through some of the other archetypes. Let's try a couple Wandering Emperors. How many lands do we got? 26 is probably. It's so tough with the. It's so tough with these legendary lands. I'm still not sure the exact numbers. The exact numbers of the lands that you want. Like, if you play 3 or 4 of these, do you count them as spells? I'm kind of thinking you almost got to count them as spells, or else you're going to legendary yourself too much. I think it's interesting. I think maybe increasing the land count a little bit's right. I'm the evil one. Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So, blue-white vehicle, kind of similar to the last deck. The changes are you get different vehicles. Mobilizer mech, really good. 2 mana 3/4 that when it crews something else. Mind Link mech, basically a big flyer, like copying a Smith or something is fine. That is or a Luminarch Aspirant. But really its cloning thing is kind of a bonus, more than anything. It's mostly just a big flyer. Also get Prodigy's Prototype, a vehicle that can make pilots for vehicles. Ingenious Smith seems good in this build, being able to dig for vehicles. And then we get Tezzeret to turn vehicles into creatures, Wandering Emperor. So let's try blue-white. Running more mech hangers. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, the right number of mech hangers is also. Does this deck have none? None, I'm pretty sure, is not the right number. So they're basically a colorless land. So the question is, how many colorless lands can you afford? But it did feel pretty good. Like, maybe it's just better than like a Hall of the Storm Giants. Let's try 3 mech hangers. All right, let's get blue-white vehicles to try. What about the white rare Restoration Saga? I think that card's really good. Oh boy, is it gonna do this every every single time we switch decks. That's awkward. I think that the White Saga is really good. Not sure about it in a vehicle deck. Just because it doesn't make a body to crew a vehicle. I think a vehicle deck, you really want vehicles and things that can crew vehicles. The White Saga, it does eventually make a vehicle, but I feel like I was worried, even though I think it's a powerful card, worried that it's going to be the kind of card that you're going to top deck when you really need a creature to turn on a vehicle, and going to be pretty disappointed. Sounds kind of sweet. The Smiths should find the vehicles. We got crewers. Hopefully the Smiths find the vehicles. Jake the Cleric, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you with a gift sub to Restive Nebula. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super cheer for you. So, black-white vehicles, 1 and 2. I still think it has potential. I still think it does. When do you think we're getting enough pilots to run Unclaimed Territory, Cavern, Concealed Courtyard, Ancient Ziggurat, and Mech Hanger? Probably gonna need a little while longer to get enough pilots for that. I don't think we're there yet. Although Kamigawa would definitely help. That did add a lot more pilots. Did I make a reality chip deck by chance? I have not made a reality chip deck yet. I think reality chip's really cool. I'm not 100% sure what shenanigans there are for it in Standard. I think, like, it's a cool source of, like, card advantage if you can get it reconfigured. But I haven't figured out Snake. Okay, that's spicy. All right, we're seeing some Kamigawa action. I approve. All right, play as Smith. Please find a vehicle. Mobilizer mech. That counts. Hit you with the Hotshot mechanic. Opponent down to 18. What is the best shenanigans? Is there anything more to reality chip than just like, so I know in like Commander, there's combos with Sensei's Divining Top, but in Standard, I don't know. I assume that it's kind of just like try to put it on a resilient creature and use it as a source of card advantage. Dries for the 3rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. The awkward part is, yeah, the Kamigawa battlefield looks great. Really, really good. The awkward part is, so it feels like the kind of card, reality chip, that you would want as, if you ever need the deck list, exclamation point deck. Oh, also I should check. Did I not turn on... Oh, and look at this, chat. Look at how clean the desktop is. I went through and deleted stuff. I knew y'all would be... You would all be proud once you saw it. Yeah, I'll get Cardboard Live. See if they got the new cards. They might. Lotus Cobra. Well, Mobilizer mech, I guess. Grow the Smith. Play the land. Go attacking. Snake. Secluded Courtyard on Snake to play Lotus Cobra. I don't know what's going on. Jaden Flames, first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I mean, for me, that's pretty clean. Just played Reality Chip in Draft. Endgame, amazing card advantage. Yeah, I mean, if you can keep it around. So my concern in Standard. So here's the tricky part in Standard. When I see Reality Chip, it seems like, oh, that would be a great card to bring in a deck like this against a control deck. Like, against control, you want to refuel, you want to fight card advantage for card advantage, but you got to get on another creature. Oh, opponent is interesting. Okay. Opponent is also a vehicle deck of some kind, apparently. I don't know what's going on. Well, Smith. Go digging. Vehicle? Come on. Oh, whiff. All right. I'll play the land. Mobilizer mech. And now we're going to have to pass. Grow the Smiths. We have a new donation from... nice $7 donation. Why is no one caring about Seba Trespassers? It shows creature type rogue on Wizard's homepage, but in Gabbard's booster box opening video, the card has creature type ninja. So can I play it my ninja EDH deck? So I probably should have brought this up earlier. It is Robot Wars. Okay, opponent's gonna make another Lotus Cobra. That's kind of a cool synergy. And, Wizards clarified it is not a ninja. Is Ranger and the Exalted Fish. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how Wizards managed to print the wrong creature type on the card, but yes, it is not a ninja. That was some sort of error. It's a something. I don't remember the other creature type. Something rogue though. It's a Moonfolk rogue maybe. But yeah, so that was a Wizards punt. Opponent. All right, going after a Smith. Well, Mobilizer Mech. Crew the Mobilizer Mech. Yeah, Storm the Festival might be an issue. Opponent gets to make more mana. I mean, double Lotus Cobra is pretty powerful. That's kind of a neat idea to try to use Mindlink Mag to make a bunch of mana. Opponent. Did Seth talk about the bug Kuroki's found with Tezzeret and Channel Crab? I haven't actually even heard of the bug. What is the bug with Tezzeret and Channel Crab? This is the first I've gotten to play because I was doing Commander Clash. Commander Clash today, so this is the first chance I've gotten to actually play with the set like at all. Opponent. No Mech Titan yet. Not even attempting Mech Titan. One of the hard things about all this is there's a weird mixture between the stream and the YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not trying to Mech Titan core because maybe that would be an against odds type of thing that might be coming up sometime soon. I mean, wouldn't that actually be correct? Because the crab's an artifact, right? To me, that seems correct because I think channels an activated ability on an artifact. Maybe not the most obvious synergy, but I kind of feel like that's just an actual legitimate line. All right, how can we do this? So, well, crew the mech. Crew the mech. Go to combat. Attack. About it. Cruise the mech. Sure. But now we get to kill it. So this isn't the end of the world. Well, that's going to be harder to kill. Surge, hack, mech. So crewing into crewing. I'll kill the mech. So opponent drops to 8. This is going to be close. The Storm the Festival is the issue. That's the card that has given our opponent a lot of value here. Well, Smith. Get a Bank Buster. Pass the turn. Ooh. It is four mana normally, unless you can reduce it to bounce with the blue one. Rules state Tez should only discount things it sees as permanents on the field. Same as the companion fox, not things in hand. Interesting. I'll have to read the rules. Huh. Because, like, Pithing Needle stops the channel lands. Is that actually the rules? I'm gonna have to look up the Tezzeret rulings. Why would Pithing Needle work then? That's the part that's weird to me. Because I know you can Pithing Needle channel, right? Yeah, release day's tough with the overlays. Kadama the Lestry. Alright, so opponent's got a little bit of everything going on. About it. Passes. How can we close out the game? So opponent can crew this. This has reach. Well, alright. Crew the Mobilizer Max. Oh, this also has reach, doesn't it? So opponent can double block here? Is this even worth it? I'll play the Bank Buster. I actually don't know if this is worth it now. Maybe we just wait? Draw a card. Another Mind Link Mech. So if we attack, our opponent can block. We're basically going to trade. Yeah, that's probably worth it. No. I think it's probably worth it. We'll go attacking. So our opponent can double block and block. And we lose both, and they lose Kadama and Mind Link Mech. I guess that's still fine. This is the ultimate robot fight. Opponent blocks and blocks, and also blocks. Yep. Well, kill Kadama. I mean, I think we're still maybe winning this battle. If our opponent gets to this Storm the Festival flashback, it could be a problem. Wait, so why would Pithing Needle work and Tezzeret not? What is this? Dragon Spark Reactor. When enter another artifact under... Oh, this card's kind of cool. This is a card I was thinking could be interesting to play with the Oni card. Dragon Spark Reactor, 4 mana is a lot to activate it, but with Oni whatever, the hidden stockpile card, you could get a lot of counters on this. So I wonder if some sort of like blood token deck could take advantage of it. Pithing Needle says card. Tezzeret only says artifact, not artifact card. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Opponent draws with Bank Buster. And passes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Well, Mind Link Mech. Luminarch Aspirant. Crew Mind Link Mech. Oh, this is kind of a cute synergy. Block Bank Buster, crewed by the Luminarch Aspirant. Go to combat. Counter on mechanic. Oh, so good. Attack with them all. Oh, that was a good turn. That was a really good turn. Yeah, I think if you're in the colors, Magda's a really good crewer. All right, opponent down to 1. Can they overcome the vehicle beat? Luminarch Aspirant's pretty cute with Mac about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, they can storm the festival and just... Oh, no, they can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're one short. The Sand Limit is so bomby, it's nuts. Bomby in a fun way. Have you been enjoying it? Yeah, Spirit Sisters Call is one of the cards I have a preliminary build that we can try. It's one of the cards I'm most interested in trying. I think that it has a lot of potential. That's a card that, one of the weird things about this set, well, I'm excited to try it in Standard. I'm actually like probably even more excited to try a lot of this stuff in older formats, like Spirit Sister Call in Pioneer, Grease Fang in Historic, or in Modern. Reality Anchor, okay. Opponent is doing things and casting stuff. First time watching your stream live, but I watch all your vids all the time, bro. Hey, welcome, SPG. Good to have you. How are you enjoying set release? Which is the best Kamigawa precon worth picking up? Another Mind Link mag. All right, can we close this game out this turn? We got to be able to, right? Okay, so let's think about this. Let's think about this. This can attack. Opponent has all the 7 Thundering Colossus. I mean, I guess that's the biggest thing in Standard Reality Anchor. They have 1 flyer. All right. Well, crew, fire this up. This should work. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Mind Link mag off Luminarchus Pirate. Get the copy of Luminarchus Pirate. And opponent, dun dun dun, Hamasuke. Hey Seth, how are you? Is there a bear update? And how is Kamigawa so far? What do you think of this set? I think this set is super sweet, and I have so far really enjoyed it. We haven't got to play a ton of it. We're definitely bringing the counters. We're still we're an hour into our first ever stream, so there's so far to go, but so far the cards seem really, really sweet. In your opinion, which format is more powerful, Historic or Pioneer? I would say Historic, honestly. Do you think that this deck can be played in Pioneer? I definitely think you could play a version of this deck in Pioneer and it would be really good. Or at least have potential to be good. So yes, I do think you could play. I don't know if I wouldn't play this exact 75. I wouldn't just play this exact deck, but I think you can play a blue white or some similar color combination of vehicles deck and have it be decent. Which precon is better? So the Commander precons. Let me pull up the deck list. So partly with Commander precons, it's going to come down to your play style preference, which you prefer, which color combinations. Personally, I kind of like the vehicle one. I think that is the one I would go with. Although I think they're both really cool as far as like value and other things like that. I think they're roughly equal. Right now, the vehicle one has ahead just because Swift reconfiguration has gotten some hype for non-commander formats because of its combo potential. So that's like what the difference in price is. But I think it's really up to your play style. I don't think you can really go wrong with either of them. They're both just, I think the Hopeful Initiates could be sweet. I think that they're both just like solid. Well, Jano and Hopeful Initiate, go. I recall. Oh, so it's kind of. I talked about it in the spoiler video. Let me pull up the card again. It'll probably make more sense if we look at the card. So there's a pretty easy infinite mana combo. Well, Ingenious Smith, get a Bank Buster. Sweet. Smith has felt pretty good. We're actually just going to attack. If they want to trade, we will accept that. So the combo is, and it's kind of funny how it works. So Swift reconfiguration essentially turns a creature into a vehicle for 1 mana, even with Flash. So the combo is with Devoted Druid. It's an infinite mana combo. Devoted Druid is this weird old untap creature. Tap down a green mana, put a -1/-1 counter on it to untap it. So if you turn this into a vehicle, normally Devoted Druid, it's like a 2 mana dork that can make 2 mana in 1 turn twice because you can put the -1/-1 counter on it. Then it would die if you try to do it again because of the -1/-1 counters. Well, vehicles or artifacts that are not creatures can have an unlimited number of counters on them. So you can have a million -1/-1 counters on a vehicle version of Devoted Druid if it was not in creature form, and that's fine. It's not going to die. So that's basically the combo. If you turn your Devoted Druid into a vehicle with Swift Reconfiguration, then you can tap and untap it for mana as many times as you want, which is really sweet. Hey, awesome, Zero Psych. Congratulations. What deck were you playing? Did you check out the Artisan review, Seth? Quite a few good deck lists there for Budget Magic. I haven't yet, Rooker Dog. I noticed it, but I've just, with spoilers and set release, I just haven't had time to really give it a good read yet. But it's on my list. And I'll get rid of the Magda, I think. Mirror Box. I appreciate the spice level of our opponent's deck. Mirror Box has so many sweet potential uses. I really want to play Mirror Box with Orvar. I think Mirror Box Orvar is just like, has potential to be hilarious. It could be so funny. Ooh, Necrotic Ooze vehicle, sweet. I will do Rooker. I haven't really played much Artisan. How do you find games for Artisan, Rooker? Is it a kind of a Discord format? If people are interested in trying out Artisan, how do they get into games? It's a pretty in-depth review. I like it, Rugger. Lizard Blade. Opponent, they must have opened a lot of packs of Kamigawa. Opponent has more Kamigawa than any of the other decks we played put together, which is kind of sweet to see someone else that's actually trying to use the new cards. Now what? Let's play. So it says Double Strike. Huh. Let's play the Plains. Play the Hermit. Play the Bank Buster. Grow the Smith. Attack with Skyclave past the turn. Super curious about Nahiri, Hair of the Ancients in a reconfigure deck. Seems really strong to reconfigure for free in a lot of ways. Yeah, I think that's something that I've been thinking about too. I've been working on the 30 under 20 article with like the super cheap casual decks. And that was one of the synergies I came across there. I haven't built a fully powered version of it yet, but I think the free equip aspect definitely has some potential with the new reconfigure stuff. Nishia just 1 mana crew cost, or is there synergies I'm missing? Basically, I think there's going to be a lot of sagas and artifacts, and this is like a okay crewer that with the help of like Smith and Luminarch Aspirant can actually end up blowing up vehicles. Going to blow up this mirror box at some point if we need it to. So I feel like there's just going to be a lot of artifacts and enchantments. So it's kind of in the removal slot that also works with what our deck's trying to do better than a naturalize or something, because it wow, all right, opponent's going to town. Because it can crew a vehicle, so it works with the synergies. Opponent gonna be good here, I think. We should get enough counters. Well, we need 2 turns, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna take our beats. Lizard Blade's going off, down to 11. Don't have passes. Ooh, Mobilizer Mech's kind of sweet. Well, Mobilizer Mech, grow the Smith. Play the land. Go to combat, attack you. Opponent takes it. Hopeful Initiate for the win, I think, past the turn. Is Kami going to change the standard meta? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I think so to some extent. I don't know. We got smacked by Izzet Goldspan Dragon earlier since we started playing Kamigawa stuff, and that makes me a little nervous that maybe like the best decks are still going to be really good. But I gotta think between vehicles and ninjas and it's gotta have an impact. So I'm hopeful. How are you, by the way, Dave? Opponent's going to move over the Lizard Blade. Well, we will kill it. Hopefully initiate. That's why it's, well, one of the reasons why it's in the deck. Opponent. Looking forward for the under 20 article. Dice Win got me back into 60 card Magic. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, it should be coming out in a couple days. The Dice Twin deck is really fun. That's one of my favorite like super budget decks. And even in $20 form, you can still do pretty much all the shenanigans, which is really neat. All right, so we need to crew 3. So this crews up this. We can leave up this. Actually, maybe we just run out our hand. Play Mind Link Mag. Grow the Smith. Play the land. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Well, first time we've done that. First time we've done that in our oh no. Okay, so that was a lesson. I did that on purpose. That was a PSA. These lands are legendary. Yes, someone else played Search at Your Back and it actually seems sweet. Big Wig the Buddy Soldier. We might have to, oh man, jeez. You know how many times I played it in Narsat, drew cards into Narsat? Definitely not be the last time that I will do that. But be aware of it. It's not ideal. All right, Mobilizer Mag. Turn on Bank Buster. Smack ya for a bunch. Opponent taking 7. The first of May. I'm just glad it rotated out of standard. My prediction for the Brothers War is that the Phyrexians complete to Fairy and go back in time to redo the Brothers War. Ooh, I was thinking that Phyrexians were going to be coming next year. So you think maybe the Brothers War is going to be Phyrexianized. All right, opponent's going to draw. Ooh, modified looks sweet. I really think that Thundering Raju is one of the most powerful standard cards from the set. Like, oh, it seems so good about it. Thinking. I mean, I think we're good as far as winning this. So I think so far the blue-white vehicles deck has felt better than the black-white one, which makes me a little sad because Greasefang is just such a cool card. But all right, untap, avoid oh boy, this is gonna be a good turn. Luminarch Aspirant with Mind Link Mag is just so good. So Mind Link Mag becomes Luminarch Aspirant number 2. It's so good. So that becomes a copy, and then Mobilizer Mag. Tap, turns on Bank Buster, which now I'm not actually sure that we even want to attack with Bank Buster, but we're probably going to. Go to combat, swing. Oh, the blue-white vehicles actually do some serious work. We got Raju Initian. That's the Samurai deck. We're going to try it. I'm still a little skeptical of Samurai, but we'll see. I want to see him go off. Samurai Tribal, though, I don't know. I feel like Samurai kind of got the short end of the Kamigawa stick from Wizards. Go attacking. Opponent. What do you say? Can you stop this is 3 vehicles. The new vehicles are actually really good. So you think that would be interesting. I mean, so if Teferi becomes completed, does that mean we're done with it? Does that mean we're done with Teferi? Can we get rid of Teferi forever? I would take that as a win. Teferi, I'm just so sick of Teferi. Teferi is such an interesting character because I used to love Teferi. Back when Time Spiral, when we got the like creature Teferi, oh man, that card, I love that card. I played that card. It's like competitive, but it was also a janky lock piece with like knowledge pools or whatever. Like there was weird janky against odds combos, but then Teferi, like Wizards just kind of killed Teferi. It's improved recently, but boy, they went through a period just printing like the most miserable every time we get a Teferi, it was just so miserable. I like Teferi. I'm not slandering Teferi, but boy, Wizard just made miserable versions of Teferi. Opponent. Yeah, Karn is kind of complete, right? Hey Seth, have you seen the standard Red-White artifact list with Mikiko's Saga in standard legal Galvanic Blast? Ooh. All right, Anchor to Reality. Well, that I think we counter. Seems like letting our opponent tinker is probably not good for us. Counter it. About it. Scoops it up. All right, that was a good one. I haven't seen this deck, but it looks fun. Voltage Surge is a little bit like Galvanic Blast, isn't it? Should we try ninjas, or do you want to do more? You want to do more blue-white vehicles? Yeah, it's improved. Teferi went from like one of my favorite characters to Wizards making Hero of Dominaria and then Time Raveler, and it became like my least. I hated playing against him. I still like the character. I just hated playing against him, and then it has improved lately. It hasn't been the most miserable cards at least. Vehicles, ninjas. One more vehicles. All right, it's so tough in pre-release day. Ninjas. All right, let's try ninjas. Here's my argument. So we played 2 vehicle stacks, and I still want to try the historic one. Hopefully we get to it tonight. If not, we'll get to it historic in the future. Out of the 2 vehicle stacks we played, here's my little takeaway. And then Samurai's still on the list. We're getting there. We gotta try ninjas first. So we said ninjas and vehicles were the first one. Black-white vehicles. I'm not convinced that black-white vehicles was better than just playing a black-white deck. It was okay, but it didn't feel super, super good. We definitely had some consistency issues. On the other hand, small sample size, but blue-white vehicles felt really, really solid. Like, having Smith to dig for the vehicles was good. Our removal's good. And then the blue vehicles, Mobilizer mech was really powerful for the double crewing. Mind Link mech, this was a card when I was building a deck, I was like, all right, like, it's just a big flyer, which is good, but it was actually even more synergistic. Like, copying Luminarch Aspirant for double counters was a pretty relevant line, especially with Hopeful Initiate. So I think right now, I would say blue-white ahead of black-white as far as vehicles, but again, small sample size. So let's try some ninja action. Ninjas are tricky. On one hand, ninjas, the best ones are pretty straightforward and obvious. Like, I think that what I would consider the staple ninjas would be Silver for Master, Thousand Face Shadow, Biting Palm Ninja, and then Kato Suzuki, I think, fits in there as well. After that is where it gets tricky. Do you want the creature bounce ninja, or do you want the treasure making ninja? How good is Moon Circa Hatcher? Should we be playing Tetsuku Yumizawa? And I think I kind of want to add, especially with the promo art, I kind of want to add a copy. I kind of want to try just like a couple copies, just because I want to see what it's like. But the main idea of the deck is, I mean, play early game flyers like Thousand Face Shadow or Wind Robber, start ninjutsuing to get the ninja value snowball going, and then hope that you can ride that to victory. Something some people, the art's it's so good. That's one of the best looking cards they made in a while. Something someone mentioned is, probably shouldn't be playing Tetsuko. You'll get a strike for gameplay error, illegal card. Really? Oh, I got you. Satoru. Yes, that's right. That was the old one. So one thing people mentioned is that the tribe doesn't really have a finish, and I think that's true. So I think what we're mostly hoping for is more of a tempo game plan. We don't have some big finishers that's going to come down, oh my god, every single time. That's going to come down and just close out the game in a couple of attacks. Instead, we're trying to squeeze out repeatable value. Well, let me see your build, Drew. Ah, historic ninjas. Yeah, I mean, I think ninjas have some upsides in older formats. Traditionally, well, we get a fast silver for master. Traditionally, the best thing you can do with ninjas is Ninja the Deep Hours and Ingenious Infiltrator. We don't really have one of those in standard. That's something we're missing. Network Disruptor is a card that I was debating. I don't know what's better between it and Merfolk Wind Robber, but that was something I was debating. Which one of those is worth playing? So, opponent. Oh, what deck is that, Elf? Yeah, Zarasan, even though it's a rogue, it could be worth it. Ooh, Thousand Face Shadow. All right, so now we start the ninjutsu. Combat. Attack you with the Wind Robber. Opponent. Ninjutsu. Hit ya. Silver for master. Pick it up, pick it up. Boom. Down to 18. Off to a good start. Kadama is so good. You should look at the treasure making ninja. Seems very good at reducing the slowdown of actual ninjutsuing and losing tempo. Yeah, I think that's one that I'm on the fence on. I'm not sure between like the creature bouncing ninja, the removal ninja, the treasure making ninja. Once you get past kind of the what I consider to be like the core ninjas, that's when it becomes really interesting, and I'm just not 100% sure which ones are the best ones. Like, it's up for debate, I would say. Well, playing Wind Robber, I guess we just bounce this. Scry the land away. Hit you with Silver for master. There could also be potential for like a rogue ninja hybrid. Can't wait to pull all these cool ninja support cards in my Yuriko deck. Yeah, Yuriko definitely got a bit of a boost of power, I think. Ugh, Torrents. How do we do this? Well, okay. Play the swamp. This is going to be interesting. Go to combat, attack with both. See if our opponent blocks. Hopefully they do, and we get Thousand Face Shadow Blowout. Thousand Face Shadow's so good. Come on, show us that Torrents block. Show us that Torrents block. Thousand Face Shadow, remember, I got Rogue Class in the sideboard, actually. So we do have Rogue Class action. Thousand Face Shadow, the token is permanent. It doesn't go away. Well, we'll pick up the Wind Robber. Copy Silver for master. Hit you to oh, this feels good. Oh, maybe Ninja's gonna be legit. Yeah, I was actually pretty. I wasn't paying attention to the animation. It seems sweet. I'm gonna have to pay attention for next time. Was it a good one? Hopefully, Wizards does. I mean, if we're gonna go through the hassle of having animations, hopefully they keep making more good ones. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just one of the best ninjas. I think it ranks just behind like Ninja the Deep Hours and. All right, opponent gets in, hits us to 15. Oh my god, another one. And opponent scoops it up. Ninja power. Not a Delver fan, I'm mediocre. All right, so opponent is playing humans, which means we probably want some removals. We don't have a lot of removal. We have some in the main deck. Moonstare Specialist seems fine. Cicado. What do we not want? Good. I mean, that went really well. That went super, 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 super excellent, awesomely well. Let's try something like that. Maybe one Nashi. The token is always unblockable. Yeah, I mean, Thousand Face Shatter is so good. When I first read it, I thought the token went away. Because usually, with effects like that, it goes away. It always goes away at the end of combat, at end of turn. So the fact that it actually sticks around is, wow, it makes that card so good. Not that I dislike the card per se. I just don't think it's relevant anymore in Standard. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. Delver has certainly not made an impact in Standard since it was reprinted. Yeah, I mean, we're just so used to that being how those tokens work. Ooh, we got a new donation from Akaz. In a day with Max Ninjas and Metal Gear Solid special art may interest you in a bit of a meme. I don't know what this is, but...
Now, Raiden, bring it down! Stop that blade!
That's some impressive sword action. That is some good swording if I've ever seen it. I've never played that game. Just know this is not the final boss or anything. It's the first area. That does look pretty sweet. Oh, is it super loud? Oh, sorry. Apologies. Hey, what's up, Mr. Orch? How are you? Good to see you. Nothing on turn one? That's not the best. So the downside of ninjas is if you don't get the snowball early evasive creature start, things can occasionally go awkwardly. I guess we're gonna run this out. Go Moon Circuit Hacker about it. Yeah, I'm interested to see how good Kaido is too. Brutal Cathar. Alright, sure. Well, it's Kaido's time to shine. Kaido. Ninja. Phase it out. About it. And now we can ninjutsu off the token if we want to, and I don't know, maybe we just spin it to win it with Nashi. I would subscribe like 10 times to see you play through Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I've never really played Metal Gear. I've never seen it. Is it fun? Opponent. Oh my god, okay, opponent. Brutal Cathar Tribal. Goes attacking. Well, double Brutal Cathar, definitely annoying. We will discard a... What? It's probably, maybe Biting Palm? Or maybe Nashi. Maybe Nashi's too slow. Yeah, we'll get rid of Biting Palm. Alright, Yumazawa is here. Play the land pass. That art is so good. It's so good. I love Revengeance. Really fun. Do know it's very, very different than Metal Gear Solid games. A spin-off, which are also excellent. Metal Gear Solid, I know a bit. Metal Gear Revengeance, I don't know at all. Well, this isn't a pretty annoying hand. About it. Oh, I mean, sometimes this happens. There's not really a whole lot you can do about it. Sometimes it just happens. Chaplain of Alms. Well, we will. Full price. You can see how much worse ninjas are when you actually have to hardcast them. The answer is a lot. Like, so much worse. Bounce the Skyclave. Play the land. Like, 4-mana 2/2s are just not very powerful. About it. Yeah, this is ninjas at their worst, I would say. Swing for 0. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. About it. I think this deck needs one tempo too much to not play like 11 1-drops. Maybe. I mean, with 8 1-drops, you're pretty likely to have one in your opening hand. I do agree that the 1-drop evasive creature is really key to the deck functioning. About it. So I definitely agree with that. So slow. I'll play the Wind Robber. Play Nashi. No attacks. I mean, this is also kind of a weird draw that our opponent just hit all the removal. But if you calculate it, like 60 cards, 8, sample size is 7, hitting one of them, you're like 65% to have one with no mulligans. So 2 out of every 3 games, basically, you're going to have one. And then if you also mulligan, that percentage is gonna oh my god. Okay, Brutal Cathar number 30. Okay. Well, go to combat. Attack you with the Wind Robber. Hacker. Pick up the Wind Robber. Draw a card. We really need to draw some removal. Our opponent is drawing Brutal Cathartron. We need to draw some removal to go with it. Moon Snare Specialist. Well, alright. I mean, I guess we can just try to play the land. We try to turn our whole board into tokens. If our board is tokens, then our opponent's Skyclaves can't kill it. And they're out of Brutal Cathars finally. Bounce the Skyclave. Play a Wind Robber. Connor F. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Yeah, so many Brutal Cathars. That was a brutal draw, you might say. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you play 11, it goes up to 77%. So you go from 2 out of every 3 games to 3 out of every 4, roughly, like rounding it off a little bit. So it does increase it about what, 12-ish%. The only problem with the 1-drops is they're not great off the top later in the game. Like, that's kind of the issue, I would say. We'll go to combat. Oh, okay, how do we do this? Go to combat. We don't really want to bounce the Brutal Cathars. Attack. But I could see, maybe going up a little bit is worth it. Yeah, Thousand Face Shadow is really good. This isn't Thousand Face Shadow's best scenario. I guess we can make another 4/4 token. Maybe that's worth it. This is actually kind of cute. So what we get to do is, this is actually like super cute. So we get to Thousand Face Shadow. Let's make sure this works the way I want it to. Pick up, we got to go full control, the Wind Robber. So Thousand Face Shadow comes in, and that's going to copy the 4/4. And then we can Moon Circuit Hacker, pick up the Thousand Face Shadow. Wait, do we gotta let this resolve? All right. Moon Circuit Hacker, pick up the Thousand Face Shadow. So many tricks. So we get it back in our hand for next turn. So we get a 4/4, and we get the card with our Moon Circuit Hacker. And we get the Thousand Face Shadow back in hand for next turn. All right, double ninjutsu. Ninja's got some sneaky tricks. Found it. Oh, come on now. Valorous Stance. All right. Well, opponent has the highest amount of removal I have ever seen. And I think we're dead now that they've flipped 3 moon. 3 moon Rage Broods. Wow. Yeah, this has been a unfortunate draw. What about it? I mean, I guess we're probably just not going to beat a deck that draws 9 removal spells by turn 6. Ah, that was such a good line, too. Opponent. Use attacking. Yeah, Kaido, not going to do it. And I think, yeah, we're pretty... I mean, what do you do about that? Like, we drew no removal and our opponent drew infinite removal. Opponent. Yeah, I think the tap down 1-drop, I think it's probably... I think it's probably in the conversation with Wind Robber. Yeah, that was a unfortunate draw. I mean, that's unlikely to happen again. Hey, see ya, Necronexus. Thanks for hanging out. Ugh. Ugh. 1 land. Lots of good cards, but 1 land. Cannot keep it. All right, well, tap lands for days, but I guess we'll keep this. Maybe we can draw land? An untapped version would be sweet. We got our evasive 1-drop at least. And, I mean, I guess part of the problem is... too, that Fading Hope is kind of our main removal spell, and that just doesn't line up super well with ETB Exile your stuff. Yeah, there's a few options in the 1-mana evasive slot, I think. Scrying with Silver Raven, card draw with Wind Robber, and pump from Silver for Master. Jeez, what is our opponent playing? What is going on in Opponentville? Alright, I mean... This is just like an absurd, like, over-the-top amount of removal. Hostafarian for the 34th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to play Yumezawa, but I know it's going to die and we can't protect it. And our opponent's just going to exile it. So I guess we got to... Oh, it's so much better. Well, I guess we pass. Can we not even pass? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what our opponent's doing. Motive! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, I guess we play this. Opponent. I wonder what our opponent... Whenever I see a deck like this, I always wonder, like, what do you do when you have to play against, like, Izzet Dragons or something, where just your entire deck is dead? Do you just see a blue-red land and scoop? I always wonder, like, because there's, like, you can go all in to beat, like, creature decks, but then the problem is if you run into a non-creature deck, you get brutalized. All right, so opponent going to Brutal Cathar. We'll bounce it. We'll scry. Put the land at the bottom. Untap. Aghadim's Awakening. Not especially. Well, all right. Aghadim's Awakening untapped. Yumezawa. Hopefully we can draw some action someday. Headcha. Opponent down to 18. Untaps. Opponent. Alright. What removal spell do they got this turn? Yeah, opponent's just like exile tribal. just cry if you're running into the control deck. That might actually be it. That might be the answer. Oh, well, we want literally any card we can ninjutsu. We need to be able to start drawing cards. I'm about ready to just concede here. We're getting to the point of absurdity. All right, another Yumezawa. Well, we'll play it. And we will pass the turn. Opponent. And Brutal Cathar. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Magikarp. I feel like Naya Winota without Winota. Yeah, just like I could see that comparison. Well, okay, Yumezawa. go. No attacks. How about it? Yeah, this will make a great play, Matt. Oh, you want the original art? Interesting. All right, we're gonna go to a real match. Oh, all right. Well, my wish for our opponent is they play Izzet Dragons for their next 3 matches. Oh, the math. We just mathed out the odds of having a single 1-drop. I wonder what the math is of having 4 Brutal Cathars. Seems like every deck in Standard right now is running 4 Skyclave and 4 Brutal Cathar. You think so? Interesting. Huh. I don't know. Even the... whenever I look at decks that have tournament finishes, that doesn't seem to be... it seems like the number is usually 4 in the main deck, and then maybe you have some more of something, some builds in the sideboard. But our opponent also had, like... they have Brutal Cathar, they have Portable Hold, they had Valor, they had just had the most removal I've probably ever seen from an aggro deck. Opponent. I mean, it's a good place to be unless you play against decks that don't care about those cards. Like, it's a good place to be if you run into mono white or mono green or something. But if you run into like, you know, Orzhov Control or Izzet Dragons or blue white Control, then you basically just scoop. Like, you basically are just drawing dead as soon as the game starts, because a huge percentage of your deck doesn't do anything. It's a risky plan. I think it's a metagame call, basically. Like, if you're expecting to... You know, we got Kaido. We'll try this. If you're expecting to only play against creature decks, then your deck's going to be great. Every new meta feels more creature heavy until the meta sorts itself out, and more non-creature strategies pop up. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, Izzet Dragons is already, like, one of the top tier decks in the control deck, so I don't know if this is, like, that much of a reset. We'll see. I mean, I hope that Kamigawa has a huge impact on the meta. That would definitely be sweet to see just a ton of new Kamigawa decks. We be playing any Neon on Moto this week. Can't wait to play on there just to use Neon art lands. They are so expensive on Arena. Yeah, stuff like that is definitely super expensive on Arena. But yeah, we'll definitely be playing some Neon Dynasty stuff in Modern and Pioneer in the future. I don't know about opponent plays a land. I don't know about literally this week, because this is the last stream of the week. But we'll definitely do a bunch of Modern and Pioneer and older formats on Moto. Howdy, MTG Goldfish. I've been burnt out on Magic recently, but my love of Kamigawa brought me back. I've been loving all the Mad Car Historic decks so far. Ooh. Yeah, the vehicles from the set are really sweet. And welcome back, Captain Pew. Good to have you. I'm glad what have you been playing now that you've been back? Opponent, Werewolf Pack Leader, and Evolving Wilds. And Goose attacking. Sure. So many fading hopes. Well, bounce a Pack Leader, I guess. Scry. Yeah, I guess we'll keep that. Do we? Huh. I'll go to combat. Attack. No. Shipwreck Marsh, go. Any plans for Thunderkin Awakener Vesperlark? Not Neo, but interesting. Yeah, someone played a deck built around that against us, and it was a really cool idea. So definitely at some point, although it'll probably be a while, just because for the next couple of weeks at least, I think we'll probably be focused mostly on checking out new Kamigawa stuff. But that it was a really cool synergy. So hopefully once we get done with Kamigawa stuff, that'll be something that we can come back to in the future. All right, Toski. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we'll bounce the Toski. Go to combat. Attack you. Hacker. Pick it up. Hit you, draw a card. Yes, please. Land. Suzuki. How much money have you put into the black hole to get all the cards required for this set? So far, about 200, and I definitely expect that I will have to spend some more moving forward. Hey, what's up, Archburglar Lord? How are you? Yeah, Thunderkin. I actually did a short that hasn't come out yet about the best pilots for Mindlink mech in various formats, and Thunderkin Awakener is one of my favorites. That's on the list. I think Thunderkin Awakener, really sweet Mindlink mech pilot. In modern, Cephalid Constable is probably the sweetest. Wow, no Toski. Interest. Oh, opponent doesn't have a land. I see. I see. About it. Oh, this is kind of good. We're gonna get to start. This is where we can start to snowball the ninja value. I also think something I saw a random deck list of was Sultai Ninjas playing Toski, which seemed like kind of a cool idea. All right, so we get to play the land, go to combat, attack you. Opponent, are you chumping? Thinking. Opponent takes it. Okay, so we get to hit our opponent. We get to loot. Yes. Whole Thousand Face Shadow. So good. Discard a silencer for now. Tick up, draw a card. Ninjas is actually feeling, I mean, outside of the Brutal Cathar Skyglaive Apparition Tron player, it's actually feeling like it's got potential. Can we expect a Voltron opening scene when you play Mech Titan Court against Odds or Butcher Brew? That seems like the obvious way to go. I haven't figured out the opening scene 100% yet, but that seems likely. About it. Going after Kaido. Okay. I'll discard this. Bounce the Bugbear. Untap. Fading Hope. Pack Leader. Get the land out of here. Go to combat, attack. About it. We will pick up the ninja here. Oh, Captain Planet. Captain Planet could be a good one too. What else has Voltron in it? I have enough cards to craft Izzet Dragons or Orzhov Control. I'm torn between creating either deck list or waiting on new deck lists. Oh, do you play draft at all, Nerd Ducker? My personal advice. This is kind of sweet. Pick up the ninja. Make a hacker. I don't know which is which. Okay. This way, I think? I mean, we're going to loot away a land anyway. Draw land. Discard a land. Draw Silverfur Master. Draw. Moonsnare Specialist. Play the land past the turn. We're in good shape now. We're in good shape. If you play limited, the Nerd Ducker, my advice would be play limited for like a couple of days until we get to see the metagame shake out. If I had to choose between the two of those, I think they're both like legitimate top tier decks. At least in the old meta, pre-Kamigawa, they're both legitimate decks. I think it would depend on your playstyle. Do you like the more controlling game plan of Izzet, the more like traditional blue control game plan of Izzet, or would you rather be playing, you know, kind of the grindy mid-rangey control of Orzhov? But I think they're both good decks. Can't draft I join, but most of the time I scrub out. Limited is my weak side. I feel ya. I definitely am more of a constructed player too. Well, yeah. Personally, I would probably build Orzhov, but that's just my preference. Like, the style of play of Orzhov appeals to me more than Izzet, but really it's both of them are legitimate decks, I think. Okay, so Moonsnare Specialist, full price? Yeah, full price. Moonsnare Specialist, Bounce a Werewolf Pack Leader. Island, combat, attack you. Are you dead? We get to pick up our Thousand Face Shadow is so insane. It's now that I'm playing with it and realizing all the tricks that ninjas can do with it, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, Neon Dynasty. It's a jank paradise. All right, I will do what I can. How many people want a limited streamer video? It seems like people are actually interested in a limited streamer video. Yes, we will draw a card. Oh my god, another 1,000 fish. Okay. Yeah, you're a go, opponent. You're a go. Oh, ninjas are so good. All right, I'll try to do a rough drafts, or we'll do a stream next week playing some limited. You never actually took the time to answer my question. You actually took the time to answer my question. I never anticipated it, but I greatly appreciate it. Well, the nerd nugget, that's kind of what the idea of the stream is about, honestly. Like, really the whole reason I like to stream is so we can hang out and talk and ask questions. Never seen you draft. Are you good at it? I haven't drafted as much recently. Honestly, like, back before I focused so much on constructed, I think my limited rating was actually higher than my constructed rating. Like, at my highest points of limited, my rating was pretty decent. So I think when I actually play limited a lot, I can be decent at it. But I haven't really played that much limited recently. Like, the last few sets, and actually several sets, like, I do so much constructed stuff and I love so much constructed that I just haven't had the time or the drive to really do a ton of limited. The Nerd Nugget, Nerd Ucket, welcome to the Baseball. Thank you so much for your subscription. And welcome to the stream. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. All right, what do we want to do? So far, we have not really done much with Nashi, honestly. I think we hardcast it once, but it hasn't done a ton yet. So we're gonna bring in the removal, go down, probably a Nashi and maybe a Biting Palm, something like that, right like that. We'll attend a pre-release for the first time in my life Saturday. Ooh, that is, yeah, pre-release is super, super fun. If you've never been to a pre-release, I would definitely recommend it. Like, every pre-release that I've gone to, has just been a really good time. People are welcoming, and it's usually a really positive experience. I'm sure people have had negative experiences, so I'm not trying to say that, that has never happened, but every time I've gone to, like, a small local game store to a pre-release, it's usually just been a lot of people who are really willing to, like, help you learn and want to just have a good time. So I've always had really good experiences at pre-releases. Yeah, pre-release is super fun. I kind of miss the old, super old pre-releases where you don't know the cards so much. Everything happens so fast now. Everything happens so quickly that it's hard to recreate those experiences of, like, going to a pre-release and not knowing all the cards. And maybe it's partly me because I'm always doing videos and thinking about Magic and talking about Magic, so maybe I'm different than it used to be. But definitely there's something magical about going to a pre-release and opening a pack and reading cards for the first time and being like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I can't believe they printed that. When now, like, everything happens so fast on Arena and on Moto, and it just, I don't know if that'll ever happen again. And that's, I mean, it's a different world. I don't think it's a bad thing, but there definitely is something magical about that experience from the past. Opponent. It's a great way to learn the cards. I think you'll have, hopefully, I hope you have a awesome time, Manosaurus. All right, run out the silencer, I guess. Well, we got biting palms for days. A little bit behind the 8 ball here. Any Kamigawa or Kodama Jank Brewing. So someone earlier mentioned it with Felidary Retreat, maybe a Naya modified list with Raju. So I threw together a green-white kind of +1/+1 counter modified deck. So this can trade. I threw together kind of a green-white +1/+1 counter modified deck. I haven't actually gotten to play it yet. I think that Naya could be good too, because I think Raju is really, really good. Wow, Stone Rain Mirage. You've been playing longer than I have. I didn't start until more like Ravnica, original Ravnica era. What are the best opens paper wise? Ooh, we get a biting palm up. Interesting. All right, well, sure. In that case, we will biting palm you. Take a peek. Remove the counter. I think biting palm's gonna be really. I don't know any of these cards. Choose your weapon. Double creature's power toughness. 5 damage to a creature with flag. Royal Eruption. Hulking Bugbear. This is like a limited deck. Bull Strength. +2/+2 trample, untap it. Well, I guess we'll take Royal Eruption because it could actually kill our ninja. All right, pass the turn. Oh. But talking about Sultai ninjas, this is what I've been running. Yeah, I think Sultai has some interesting possibilities. There's more ninjas in Sultai, even though I think the best ones are not in Sultai. All right, his opponent gets in, hits us for kind of a lot. Well, we need to deal with this something, or we're just Bugbear. Good thing our opponent's mana's getting them. All right, so we will play the land on blue. Doesn't feel great, but hard cast Moonspear Specialist. Bounce the captain. No, I'm kind of afraid of dying now, actually. Yeah, Sultai Ninjas looks sweet. Definitely. Ooh, Room Shrieker. That's spicy. I mean, if you can actually get in hits with it, that's a lot of value, being able to keep putting stuff back in your hand. All right, so now what? Go to combat, attack. Opponent. Ooh, we're gonna block, okay. Sure. Are we at risk of dying? So this can hit for 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna play Kaido. We gotta start doing something. We're not just gonna do nothing forever. Make a ninja. Land. Silencer. And don't kill us. Don't kill us. What's your initial vague ideas on some of the potentially head of the pack decks so far? Cool. So, I mean, I have been most excited as far as like competitive play for vehicles and ninjas. So far, vehicles, we've had mixed results. Some builds have felt good, other builds have felt less good, but I still think vehicles are going to have a big impact. And ninjas, the sample size is still really small, too small to really make any, huge proclamations of their amazingness. But I think ninjas are actually looking pretty solid. Like I've been surprised. Ninjas have felt better than I thought. Although, like I said, we've only played a couple matches, and this matchup is this is pretty limited feeling. Our opponent's deck does not feel super high powered. Ooh, limited. Poll is up about limited. Would you like a limited stream, a limited video? Both or neither? Get your votes in. Are we playing any Reflections of Kiki combo? Copycat, but with new Teferi and Kiki instead of Saheeli. I have not built Kiki, Reflections of Kiki Jiki combo. I mean, so I suppose it's gonna block. Let's pick up the Silencer. So is the combo like Dominating Vampire? Are there other combos for it other than Dominating Vampire? Because you can't really go infinite with it, right? Wow, this is limited to the max. So you can't really go infinite with it, right? Like, you can kind of, like, make a few copies of things, but is there something I'm missing where it actually goes, like, infinite? I think the idea is fun, but I'm not sure if it can actually, the combo actually wins. Unless, maybe there's a version of the combo that I haven't thought of or haven't seen that actually just wins. About it. Bull strength. With the new Teferi you can, but you need Felidar Sovereign. Wait, I'm so confused. Are we talking about Reflections of Kiki Jiki? Like the new saga? What is the new saga's name? Are we thinking about completely different combos? All right. Well, we're taking a beating. Actually, you know what? We're gonna block. I don't really want to go to 1. Going to 4 feels better. Well, we will play. Actually, you know what? We'll just go to combat attack. Hit our opponent down to 7. Discard a Umezawa. Blow up your Brush Fire Elemental. Draw with Kaito. Alright, oh, Moonsur Gagger too. Play the land and Kaito number 2. And a ninja. Kaido's felt good. Kaido's felt really good. It's been super. The set seems super fun so far. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Yeah. So wait. How does this combo actually work? New Teferi untaps 8 in a land, but New Teferi. Hang on. All right, we gotta actually look at this. We gotta look at this, and then we'll try. I mean, ninjas I think is gonna be good. I think ninjas are legit. We'll try one of the other decks. We'll try samurai. People want to see samurai, so we'll try it. I want to look at this combo though. I didn't do it. I almost did Kino, but I caught myself. I was hoping no one would notice. I almost did. Wait. So I'm trying to see how this combo. How does Teferi interact with? Okay, so how does Teferi interact with this? I'm super confused. So Reflections of Kiki Jiki, the issue is it's pay 1 to make a copy. Untaps a land in Reflections. Well, yeah. But you can only activate Teferi once. So how do you go infinite? Oh, we're oh. I see. So we're talking about in like modern or something. So the idea is to use Felidar Guardian. Felidar Guardian blinks. Fable. So you can try to do so. With actual Kiki Jiki, Felidar Guardian just goes infinite. Felidar Guardian blinks Kiki Jiki again and again and again. If you had Teferi into the mix, I'm still confused of how that goes infinite. I'm still missing something. What am I missing? What am I missing about these 3 cards? So Felidar Guardian, blink something when it comes into play. So, yeah, I don't. Oh, so you're using, so Felidar is going to untap Teferi. I gotcha. So the idea is Felidar on Teferi. The Teferi can untap Reflections of Kiki-Jiki and a land to activate it, and then you can do it again. Is Felidar? I feel like I was mad that they didn't add Felidar to Historic because I wanted to play with Panharmonicon. Is it in Historic and I missed it? I feel like I would have seen it if it was. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Well, I mean that is cool. I'm glad that it exists. It definitely seems like it'd be like a fun against the odds episode. If you go back to Modern, then you might as well just play actual Kiki-Jiki, I think, rather than a 3-card version. Maybe Pioneer would be the format for it. In Pioneer, you don't have actual Kiki-Jiki, so it doesn't have the 2-card combo. No, I guess if there was a format for it, I would go with Pioneer. I think it would definitely be against odds. Like it is 3 individual cards that are somewhat good on their own. Oh, Felidar's. Oh, wait. Oh, that's tough then. Well, I mean, I guess you could play it in Modern just for the memes. Although it would be very hard to. In Modern, I don't know. It's really, really tough sell to play Saga, Kiki-Jiki. When you could just play literal Kiki-Jiki. Alright, so far we've played ninjas and vehicles. I promised we would play samurai. I don't have the highest of hopes the samurai are gonna be good, but we're gonna try it. So the most powerful thing I think that samurai can do is Ishin to double attack triggers, and then Ryu to double combat with essentially triple combat. You get to attack twice with one samurai and then once with everything. So if you can maybe get an Ishin or get something with a Maul the Skyclave on it, with a Eater of Virtue, with some sort of pumping, or get down a Isari Captain for pumping, it is possible you can get like one-shot aggro kills, which I think is really, really exciting. It does require your opponent mostly not to have blockers, and I don't know, the support samurai are a little janky. We're gonna cast some Majano Uprising and just see. So I think it's powerful. Like, it has potential, but it's one of those combos that for it to work, it kind of mostly requires your opponent to more or less have an empty board and not be casting removal. So one thing I'm wondering about with this deck is like the removal aspect. We could try to play less threats and be more resilient, like play a bunch of Showdown of the Scalds, other things that generate card advantage, and that might be the way to go. But let's just try this build and see what happens. So what about Leonin, Hero of Bladehold? Is Sword even good? I mean, if you need to just pump your stuff, I think it's okay. Bone Splitter is like not the worst. Bone Splitter is not the worst like aggro equipment, so I think that maybe it's fine-ish. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you enjoying Standard? It's been super fun so far. Super, super fun. Hey, what's up, T-Dash? So we'll try this build. If it doesn't work, then we can try to maybe change it. But Ishin is so cool. Ishin is one of the cards I want to build a bunch of decks around. I'm sure we will build a bunch of different versions of it. Is Ninjas going to be as good as Rogues? Better, I hope. I mean, Rogues, I guess, were legit top tier. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Doug. Day in Wildfire. Thank you for your subscription. Big super tier for you. I guess Rogues were like legit top tier, one of the best decks in the format at a point. I don't know if Ninjas will be that or not. I don't think Ninjas are going to be miserable, though. Like, Ninjas kind of incentivizes more of a tap-out play style, where you're trying to spend your mana during your turn, itching for submission. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna feel as bad as Rogues. Like, Rogues, part of what made it feel bad is it was really just a Draco control deck with a tribal name. I would love to see your modern tribal deck, by the way. Leonin War Leader. I don't think Leonin War Leader is legal it's legal in best of 1 standard, but not best of 3. This hand is Not much. Jano Uprising. But Ninjas really incentivizes you to be tapping your mana during your turn, which I think is going to make it feel a lot better compared to how Rogues played. Rogues just played in a really unfun way a lot of the time. Well, all right. Goro. Schwampe. Well, we will get down Paladin class. Go. Yeah, it is legal in Alchemy. And in Best... I think it's legal in Best of 1. I don't even know. It's hard to keep track of how everything changes these days on Arena. And play the land. Play Lizard Blades. Go. Opponent. Yeah, Ishin is the first deck I'm playing on Commander Clash. Yeah, Rogues plays a little bit like Fairies. Ninjas has a pretty unique playstyle. Like, Ninjas gets Ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is a really unique playstyle that not really any other tribe has. So, Ninjas are kind of their own thing. I don't think they're going to be miserable. Like, even if, let's say Ninjas ended up being one of the best decks in Standard, I hope that it wouldn't be the style of deck that people would hate. I don't think that they would be. Also, a reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Field of Ruin for our opponents. Hey, Seth, just built a draft deck. First pick was 5-color Saga. Only went 4 and 3, but guessed the Saga twice. Wouldn't say it was a good deck, but it was definitely a very Saffron Olive deck. That's actually super impressive. I gotta say, I think we have the wrong color pathway. I don't know why there's a green pathway in this deck. I don't think there should be. That is, yeah, 5-color in draft can be tricky. So actually being able to make it work, that is pretty impressive. Opponent. I haven't really seen any tokens decks. We've seen some vehicle decks, some control style decks, but that's been about it. Well, more Paladin classes. I mean, I guess if you can level up enough Paladin classes, then maybe Ajano Uprising becomes legitimate. I mean, I think Ajano Uprising is pretty terrible, but I want to level this up more first. But we're not doing anything. So if we cast Ajano Uprising, we get 2 4/4s, but our opponent kills them. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, if you can have some synergies, I think you'd make it slightly less horrible. Ooh, we have a new donation from Josh Keel. $25 donation. Love your content. I watch your YouTube and deck list daily. Thanks for all the content you put out. Well, Josh Keel, thank you so much for the donation. And most importantly, thank you for the kind words. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, do we keep waiting or do we just... If we can level this up, it's probably going to be really frightening. You know, we're just going to play Goro. If you kill it, you kill it. This is a situation where Ajano's Uprising could actually be really good. Like, our opponent's missing land drops, not pressuring us. If we can hit some land drops and level this up, I feel like we might be able to just one-shot with Ajano Uprising. Hey, Seth, I just realized with Ishin out now, you can finally get the Blood Sky Massacre to rise to its reserve spot in Standard with its Berserker draw on attack trigger the second chapter. Sure, it also pings you with every attack, but whatever, Blood Sky Massacre. Finally time. Finally some Blood Sky Massacre time. Krim was... I don't know why Krim liked that card so much. I guess he thought Berserkers were going to be good, but... Yeah, Dagger Burn is the kind of place where this could work. Just because you want to be giving your opponent stuff. And maybe it'll end up being better. I think, like... So, I was trying to build Samurai. And I was trying to put the deck together. And there's just not many good Samurai. There's Ishin. There's Ryu. And then there's kind of just filler. Like, Goro's not bad, but to me, it's kind of like filler level 2 drop. There's a couple other, like, random lower rarity, when you attack, loot, or whatever type of cards. But there's a lack of really strong Samurai. So I think in Samurai in specific... Okay. I think in Samurai in specific, Ajano Uprising might actually be worth it just because they don't have a lot of other options. I think Ryona's pretty... I don't actually even have Ryona in this deck, although it would probably be decent right now without this playing out. But I feel like Ryona is a little bit too swingy. Like, if you run into a control deck with no creatures, it's probably good, but if your opponent can attack you back, it's kind of like the Monarch in Commander. Yeah, I mean, Paladin class is growing our dorks at the moment. Well, I guess, we're not hitting land drops, but Ishin Part 2 about it. Eventually, they're going to be playing walls. This looks like Orzhov control. Opponent's just killing and killing. And hitting their land drops now. That's scary. Opponent, Doom Scars. Wow, we are having... Well, I mean, I guess it's time. I wanted to wait and make this better, but... Alright. We get in and hit you to 12. We have a new donation from Dan Wildfire, $2 donation. Seth, are you in control of auras you cast on your opponent's permanents? Can I still tutor for an aura if I cast Pacifism or one of the exile auras? Wait, let me read. Oh, are we talking Light Pause? Yes. So with Light Pause, it's a little bit weird, but yes, even if you're putting an aura on your opponent's stuff, you control it. And that's actually relevant for, okay, let me see if I can find these. Let me see if I can find the cards. It's especially relevant for the new Gruul Precon Commander. The new Gruul Precon Commander wants you to put auras on your opponent's creatures, and there's wow, I take it all back, Ashano Uprising. And I will give you an example right here of why this is relevant. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way, Doug. So yes, with you control auras even if you put them on your opponent's stuff. It's especially relevant for a Kama, the new Gruul legend, that wants you to be enchanting your opponent's things. You enchant your opponent's things and you goad their stuff and you grow your commander. And it's relevant with some of the specific auras. So if you're going to build around these legends in Commander, a really, really easy example of why this matters is Keen Sense versus Sixth Sense. Some auras give the creatures an ability. I guess we should try to win this game. Some auras give the creatures an ability. Actually, you know what? Maul the Skyclave is probably better here. Maul the Skyclave. Put it on the dork. Save the second Uprising for after opponent wraths again. So some auras have an ability. Some auras give the creature ability. So like Keen Sense says, whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you can draw a card. Sixth Sense, the new version of it, says, when enchanted creature whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you can draw a card. So what this means is if you're playing Kama, the legend we were just talking about, and you put a Sixth Sense on your opponent's creature, they will draw the card when the creature attacks. On the other hand, if you put a Keen Sense on one of your opponent's creatures, you still power up your commander, and you will actually draw the card because you control the aura, and the aura is what's actually drawing the card, not the creature. So yes, all that is a really long roundabout way to say that, and I guess I gotta take back all the bad things I said about Ajano Uprising, because it actually worked there. Somehow, I mean, it required our opponent not doing much for a while, but it actually worked in that case. At the same time, we did have double We did have double leveled up Paladin class that we were able to get going because our opponent just did nothing for a very, very long period of time. So it gave us a lot of time to get things set up. But, I mean, shout out to Ajano Uprising because it actually just straight up kind of killed our opponent. Our Ishins died, unfortunately, but Ajano Uprising is bad, but Ajano Uprising seems pretty cracked. All right, let's do that. Let's do that again. Opponent. Have any sweet tech for Ishin in Commander? So I haven't got to build my Ishin deck. I'm playing Ishin for the first Commander Clash with the new set, which means I'm going to be building it in the next couple days. But I haven't actually built it next. So check back next stream. By the time we have next stream, I will probably have built my deck and I'll be able to tell you more. Yeah, we're just gonna run out Paladin class, play the tap land. Schwamp. Oh, they're gonna kill our stuff. Opponent. I'll level up. And vanishing. My god, this deck has so much removal. About it. Yeah, I mean, Aurelia's a good one. Extra combat steps. Henrika Damanitha. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, Thalia and Lizard Blades. Lots of removal and a big vampire. Yeah, without Paladin class, Ajano Uprising gets way worse. And our opponent's playing Magic this game, which is going to make it harder. Opponent. Transforms, goes attacking. Well, play the land. I mean, Captain can get in some damage, I guess, like two damage. Not as much as we would like. I guess it's 5, but ugh. If we had more Samurai, it would be good. Who do you got in the Super Bowl? I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I don't know. I think it's close. Rams are probably favored, but I'm rooting for Cincinnati, I think. Opponent goes attacking. Is this going to work? Boy, if we had just a tiny bit more. Oh, wait. Can we? Oh! Ryu. Pathway. Reconfigure. Go attacking. This is at least going to force the chump, right? Opponent. Oh, maybe. Are samurais better than we thought? Sad News Bears, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. We will attack you again. Opponent. What do you say? And we got a new donation from GMPD, $20 donation. See you more than I see my wife. Thank you for all the content set for an olive. Probably better known as Seth. Well, GMPD. Tell your wife I apologize. But oh my god, we're doing it. Izzet. That's a lot of attacks. You go to combat. Opponent. Oh my god. Attack you. This was a dream. This is what we were hoping for. Opponent. You're going to Vanishing Verse. Now, to get rid of double strike, okay. Sure. But we still get 3 combats. Opponent, going to block. Going to have to block. Fires up high with the Eye Tyrant. Sure. Certainly. Opponent blocks. Oh. Wow, that's way worse than I thought. Wow, that's disappointing. All right. Well. Okay, I guess. I guess that was probably a punt that we didn't play Paladin class first. For some reason, I didn't realize that this did not pump toughness. I thought that this was +1/+1, but it's +1/+0. +1/+0 is, makes this a lot worse than I thought it was. Oh. Yeah, maybe this is just designed to be a limited card. I don't know why I thought it gave +1/+1. We could have channeled in one. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things we could have done differently. The big... So this has first strike. Well, I think this is still going to work thanks to Ajan and Joe. So we get a bunch of Afro Samurai attacks. Our opponent's going to block here, but then we can Ajanjo it. So we get the channel win. Okay, opponent blocks. Kill you. Yeah, I mean, all of those punts were just based on the fact that I thought that this pumped the entire thing and we just won. I thought it was +1/+1, not +1/+0. So I thought we just, wow, that actually kind of was impressive. All the lands are so good, so good. So yeah, that was an issue. For some reason, I just thought it was +1/+1, and we had the win there regardless of what our opponent did. Yeah, Samurai. That felt a lot better than I thought. In a matchup that's pretty tough. But the ability to attack a bunch actually, I don't know. Maybe they're kind of good. And maybe, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we should go with Wedding Vow. Maybe Wedding Vow's better than the equipment. The equipment is kind of awkward. If we're going to play a Jonjo Uprising, Nesmith for the 62nd month. That is so incredibly long. I'm excited for some sort of blue-white control deck, but that blue-white vehicle deck looks super sweet. Yeah, blue-white vehicles turned out really, really, really solid. I mean, Ninjas turned out solid too. I want to try this. All right, what do you think about trying just a tiny bit of historic? I really want to try this Grease Fang combo deck that I put together. I really want to try. I know it's a standard stream, but maybe we get rid of some of the janky equipment and try Wedding Announcement. Or at least minimize some of the janky equipment. Because Anthems might just be better, especially for playing a Jonjo Uprising. Anthems might just be the way to go. I wanna just try the deck. Yeah, Ninjas are really good too. I'm pretty happy with how the decks came out. Or Wedding Announcement, I meant, not Wedding Vow, because it's another Anthem effect. All right, we're gonna, maybe, could it be the Samurai are way better than we thought? Is it possible? Or at least somewhat better than we thought? I'm wondering. And we can get rid of this wrong pathway. Maybe. Wow, it would be sweet if Samurai were actually good. I was not expecting Samurai to maybe be good. Ajanjo is so, oh boy, that card's so good for standard. Well, I mean, I think I'm mostly interested in the backside of Wedding Announcement, just as just as a Anthem effect, essentially. Like, maybe just Anthems are better than... Maybe just Anthems are better than the equipment. Is the new non-legendary Anthem artifact good? Mirror Box? Wait, we have a non-legendary Anthem artifact? Mirror Box is for Legends, right? Actually, I kind of want to put Mirror Box in the deck now. What about Mirror Box? That actually could work. Could Mirror Box? I mean, our payoffs are legendary, so we could have more than one on the battlefield. I almost think that could work. Ninjas did very well. Blue-white vehicles did very well. White-black vehicles did not do as well. And SoFi Samurai have been doing fine. Control. Like, Samurai performed better than expected. Opponent. Alright, gonna have some removals. Well, Lion Sash. Yeah, Rally the Ranks could be good. Okay. Well, our opponent appears to be playing some sort of control deck. Well, Goro, hasted in. Hit ya. Yeah, Ryu seems... now I want to play Mirror Box Samurai. And then we maybe play more Goros. When it plays the land passes, we'll play the land Ryu. About it. Okay, pay the 1. Interesting. That's not exactly how I mana tithe, but sure. Smash ya. Do you got another Wrath? Are Samurai good? Potent plays a land. Meat Hook Massacre. Oh my god. Meat Hook Massacre X3. I'll play the land. Now we get to see the bad aspect of a Janjo Uprising. Go attacking. Wait, why did... Ugh, okay. Wow, opponent takes it down to 6. Passes. Opponent. Yeah, we gotta try... Oh, silly control decks. Well, okay. Pass the turn. Opponent adapts. Whoa. Ugh, yeah. I think we've been controlled out of this one. Opponent plays a land. Alright. Well, I mean, it's cool that our opponent's playing some Kamigawa cards at least. Yeah, I mean, I think Uprising's just really bad, but you play it in a Samurai deck because you don't really have a choice.
I have got new moves to teach.
Well, attack the Lolf. The opponent blocks. Well, we'll see what our opponent draws. If our opponent can whiff for a minute, we might have a shot. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, double Meat Hook is brutal. Brutal. Gets back to removal spells. Casts some removal spells. Draws a card. Well, Paladin class. Attack the Lolf. Opponent blocks. Getting back 2 cards with Shigeki is pretty good. Oh, now Lolf gets to... Oh, boy. Now Lolf gets to make more stuff. Ugh. Level up. Pass the turn. Well, I mean, I think what we need is to... Honestly, to draw another Ajano Uprising and our opponent not to have a counter for once. Opponent. Lolf. Bruh Caretaker. Infernal Grass number 40. Alright. Ishin. Not looking great at the moment. Yeah, I think this Caretaker's the end. Well, opponent. Blocks with a spider. Well, pass the turn, opponent flips. Just played a banned channel control deck, kind of like Living End. Use channel enchantments and creatures of the splendid wreck to return them. Opponent going to blow up something. Or Paladin class, sure. And Blade of the Oni. Well, I mean, our opponent's deck looks kind of neat. We just gotta hope that they don't draw every Paladin class. Yeah, this one's over. We just gotta hope that they don't draw every Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, this deck I think it is very unlikely to ever beat Double Meat Hook Massacre. Not in a million billion years. Oh, we were close too. We were actually close to it working there. Oh, so close. But unfortunately, double meatballs. Double meatballs. Maybe Selfless Samurai's bad. Ooh, let me see, Magikarp. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Shijiki is, not keeping that. The problem, oh boy. All right, well, this is the samurais I was expecting. we have found the samurais we were expecting in the beginning, this match. The samurais that do nothing. Opponent plays a land. Well, we will play Paladin class. We will play Haunted Ridge. Ooh, some shrimp action, eh? That looks. I don't really like seafood, but that does look good. Magikarp. Well, play a land. Play Ishin. Yeah, so this is gonna be tough with a 5-card opener in a bad matchup. Hey, what's up, Ricardo? How are you? Opponent. Removal spell 1 of a billion. I don't play a land. And now this is where, see, this is where Janjo Uprising is just so amazingly bad. So, like, I don't even know. I guess we level up. But, like, if your opponent has anything on their side of the battlefield, this card gets so bad. Grave. So, like, here, like, I don't even know if you can cast it. Like, that's the level of badness this gets to. Because then you're just chump attack. All right. Yeah, there's... Sure. Sweeper Tribal. All right, let's try it with, let's try it with Mirror Box, and then we'll try... Opponent was pretty impressively good at, pretty impressively good at writing Meat Massacres. I will give them credit for that. Let's try it with Mirror Box, which might actually make the deck even more inconsistent, but let's try it for the fun of it. I mean, if we do that, we might as well just go all in on the legendary thing. With, all right, Lizard Blade actually seemed fine. With Lizard Blades. And now we just gotta hope we really draw the mirror boxes, or else we might be in a bit of trouble. So mirror box, if our stuff's legendary, it does pump. The only downside is it doesn't work with the Jano Uprising stuff, which is not as good. That might be an issue that doesn't work. Because that is like the biggest thing I think we want I think that is the biggest thing that we want in Anthem 4. Because by itself, it just doesn't do enough. I mean, I'm sure there's more we could do with it. Reinforced Ronin isn't legendary, right? I mean, Reinforced Ronin's probably fine. I think that it definitely has. Oh boy, I don't know why Arena started doing this, where you got to reset every time. I think that Reinforced Ronin definitely has potential. I mean, I think any Uprising's probably a bit much, but Samurai just don't have many good cards. There's like 10 Samurai or something in Standard, and most of them are bad. So I feel like hey, see how your Tigress. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sure we'll be doing some Thundering Rajuing in the future, so I think the card's really good. So I'm sure we will see it. Yeah, the problem is we just don't really have artifacts or enchantments to get back. Like here are the samurai that exist in Standard. The samurai that exist in Standard, according to Scryfall, there is I mean, the rare. Maybe if we're playing Mirror Box, we can play Rizona, even though I don't think it's very good. We have Asari Captain. Casting artifacts and enchantments from the graveyard, I think, can be powerful, but you need artifacts and enchantments to make that work. Reinforced Ronin, I do think is an interesting one drop. Like 2 mana, a haster is pretty good. I don't know if it's something we want in this deck or not. I think that it's a powerful card in an aggro deck, like a mono red or a burn style deck, where you're thinking, okay, I'm just gonna get in 2 hits with this and it's gonna get shut down. But if I get in 2 hits with this, I'm gonna be happy. Like, that's a win. I get in 2 hits, I get in 4 damage. That's 4 damage for 1 mana in a burn deck. That's great. Is this a standard game? This is a standard game. You can add warriors. Yeah, warriors could be... Yeah, I mean, we can look at warriors. I don't know if there's... Yeah, we can look at warriors and see if there's anything. Yeah, the Wandering Emperor's in the deck. Opponent doing some block busting. Playing a land. Legend ruling themselves. Oops. All right, number 2. That one was not us. That was not us. About it. Play with fire. I mean, I think Greasefang's actually a good card. I lean towards Greasefang actually just being, like, legit. But I guess we'll see. Well, let's play Goro Goro. Can't haste it. Opponent. Blade Historian. What is a... I know it's a human. What is the rest? Is it a warrior? Oh, human cleric? I feel like we need... Like, so this is essentially a samurai tribal deck. So I feel like we gotta mostly stick to the tribe. So warriors might be an exception because they kind of work with some of the new samurai stuff. But I'm not sure we want to just play a random human. Changelings could be interesting. Although they're mostly in green, right? Are there any that are in our colors? Opponent running out some cards. Well, all right, opponent. Bad news for you, friendo. Cemetery Gatekeeper. We will attack Chandra. Get an extra combat or 2. I mean, this synergy seems good. Like, this is what makes the deck exciting to me, is this opponent scooping to it. Like, that I think is what you want to embrace. The Ishin into Ryu, that's what makes me think this deck has a shot, I think. The rest of the deck is, how can I not get too far behind before I Ishin into Ryu? Like, I really think that's it. Also with Mirror Box, maybe we should play more Thalias. Having 4 Thalias on the battlefield is kind of... that would be kind of absurd. So I wonder if we could play more Thalias in the sideboard just for the fun of it, because that... Could you imagine against a control deck if you had 4 Thalias? I mean, the odds of drawing all 4 are not very high, but if you had all 4, it'd be so busted. It's possible. Mirror Boxes. When some people ask me my favorite card, I think I said Mech Titan Gore, but I mean, I think it's actually Mirror Box. Mirror Box there's so many. There's like 100 different decks I want to build with it. There's just so many. All right, land, go. Opponent. Mirror Box Ulamog. Ooh. Persistent Petitioners or Relentless Rats would be really sweet. Well, all right, we're going to get down the Thalia. Yorgo Rabbit Battery. Rabbit Berry, I think, is probably a legitimate 1-drop in Standard. Yeah, I guess it would also be huge, too. Did it in day 1. Wait, you actually got 4 Thalias? Oh, Mech Titan. Mech Titan core assembled. Did it win the game? Like, was it enough? Or did it... Well, I guess you're against Boros. So you dodged the Fateful Absence or whatever. I mean, there's a pretty good chance that that Mech Titan Core is the first against the odds deck. I would say very, very, very likely. There's one other deck that I'm considering. For Norns. Oh, that's awesome, Griffin. About it. Mountain. And... wow, it's Suri, okay. Another Goro Goro. Well, Awkward. Level it up. Play Pathway on black. Pass the turn. Maybe. Maybe there's some flame painting involved. Who knows? The problem with Ryusi Ishin triple combat is your creatures won't untap for the third combat. Will they not? Opponent, Reckless Stormseeker, Kami Flare. Ugh. So that's enough to actually kill our Goro Goro. Alright, this is looking bad. This is looking like we're super dead. Oh, if only we had bodies. Well, okay. Play the land. Play the mirror box. And play Goro Goro. Pass the turn. Opponent. Well, at least we're losing to a new dragon. The creatures untap when the trigger resolves, not at the beginning of the next combat. Oh, I guess every time we've done it, everyone's just died. So it hasn't actually come up. But yeah, I think you're actually right. Izzet venturing into dungeons seems like a possibility. If you're not trying to do tribal shenanigans, attacking into dungeons does have, like, the most attack triggers, I think, in Standard. Opponent, cruise. Goes attacking. Down to 7. I wish we had more red mana. Could we win if we had more red mana? If we had more red mana and could haste, we play this. I guess we play this. We'd hit our opponent for 8. Oh, we'd be just short anyway. All right, sure. Opponent. Kill this. All right, well, try it again. Sparring Regiman taps and pumps your lone attacker. Yeah, that could be sweet. The pumping is nice for sure. You can keep attacking with one creature, though, because the untap isn't reliant on it being the first combat phase. Oh, yeah, Uprise. We've seen the bad and the good, I guess, of Uprising. Well, opponent's shown a lot of removal, but this is essentially our dream. Like, Goro Goro, Ishin, as long as we hit a land, into Ryu, into win the game, hopefully. Well, Samurai. The flex, Secluded Courtyard on Samurai. Goro Goro, go-o-go-o about it. This is a Meat Puppets. A Meat Puppet shirt. It's Kami Flare for our opponent. Oh, not a land. Okay. All we need is a land. We got the Ryus. We got the Ishids. We got the combo in hand. Do we top deck the land? Opponent, mountain. And what? Reckless door. Come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Oh, yes. Okay. Land. Odd. Red. Ryu. Ishid. Smack ya. Yes, please. Boom. 17. Ishin. Smack you. Ishin. Smack ya. Oh, pass that turn. So good. So good. Opponent. Chandra. Sure. Sure.
Yep, I'm basically a professional at
And
drive by now.
pings our face. Uh-huh.
Lucky this is a warning shot.
And oh, opponent, I got bad news for you, buddy. I have bad news, friend. I have really bad news for you. Combat. Actually, maybe we should kill this Chandra. Actually, well, I don't even know. Yeah, I guess we kill Chandra. Attack. And we got the uprising in our back pocket. Chandra. Hit it. Attack Chandra. I mean, this is the power of Samurai. Like, this exact synergy is so good. Down to 8. Land on black, I guess. Go. Opponent. Would you like to die? Ogre Head Helm. Uh-huh. Equips it. No, play the land. Make some dorks. Attack. Actually, is there even what happens if, okay, so we attack. Opponent blocks here, blocks here, goes to 2. Attacking alone doesn't do anything though, right? If we attack alone, all right, let's read this. So, whenever it attacks alone, yeah, yeah. All right, attack with Ishin. We'll see if this works. So opponent gets to eat it, but we get 2 extra combats. But the problem is we don't get any damage doing it this way. We attack with everything. I guess it's going to eat through the Stormseeker. I think we want the tokens to live because of vigilance. All right, kill stuff. Oh, it is gonna get there. Okay, a Shadow Uprising. It worked. It actually was enough. Oh, it did work. All right, we gotta try historic. We gotta try one thing in historic. Cause I just want to see if this can work. I know. We've been doing standard, but I gotta try this one historic deck. All right, let's try this one historic deck. Cause this deck, I don't know. I don't know if this is against odds. I don't know if it's competitive. We're about to find out. So what do we find out about that Samurai? And maybe I've been too harsh on Samurai. They might actually be better than we give them credit for. I think definitely finding the right support cards are going to be necessary. We tried Mirror Box, we got this and that, but the thing that is impressive, Iganjo. You don't like how I say it, Jono? The thing that was impressive was issued into Ryu. Like, I'm coming to believe that there are some synergies that might make something like this playable. Maybe you got warrior support cards. I don't know. I don't know what the exact support cards is. We'll have to figure that out. But I do feel like Ryu, Ishin, that has potential to be an actual deck. So we'll have to do some more brewing, but that went better than I thought. So, all right, we got to try this one historic deck. This historic deck is maybe one of the most interesting to come out of Kamigawa. So this is a Grease Fang vehicle combo deck. So the goal of this deck, we can't play like a vehicle deck where we got Blockbuster or Bank Busters, we got Heart of Curids, we got some vehicles, we got things that can crew them like Toolcrafter, Exemplar. But really what this deck wants to do is this. The deck wants to get a Parhelion into the graveyard, either with Faithless Looting or with Goblin Engineer, hopefully over the first 2 turns of the game. And then on turn 3, we play Grease Fang. That's going to reanimate the Parhelion. The Parhelion, the most expensive vehicle, 5/5 flying, first strike vigilance. When it attacks, you make 2 4/4 angels that are flying and vigilant and attacking. So essentially, Grease Fang turn 3 Parhelion attack, hit you for 13. Sure, Parhelion's going to end up bouncing back to our hand, but we're still going to have those 2 4/4 angels left over. So essentially, it should just win us the game. Like, if we pull it off, the game should end with Grease Fang reanimating Parhelion. So we'll see. We'll see. That's what I want to try. This is the one historic deck of the night that I wanted to try. So let's give it a shot and see if it's possible. I don't know if this is against the odds or if this is like a competitive thing, but we're going to see. Been playing it all day? Oh, I'm glad to know it's working for someone. Yeah, this will probably be the last deck of the stream, but don't worry. This is day 1 of Kamigawa. We're going to be focused on Kamigawa for the next probably month or so, at least the next few weeks. So, against the odds on the YouTube, do we keep this? Against odds, Much Abused, Budget Magic, streams. So if we didn't get to a deck that you wanted to see tonight, don't worry, it's still going to be coming. It's still going to be coming. Oh, maybe, yeah, Season Hellblade could be good. Maybe that, I wonder if it's better than, Toolcraft Exemplar. Well, we're taking, oh, they have double Arcanist. All right, that's fine. That's okay. I'll take an Arcanist. We gotta keep the Arcanist off the battlefield because Arcanist is so strong. Are you gonna try the new 5-color saga? Yeah, I want to try the 5-color saga in some sort of reanimator deck. Either Brilliant Restoration or Spirit Sisters Call. But yeah, it's on my list of cards to get to. I think there's a couple of copies in. Oh no, I ended up going just Abzan with the Saga Reanimator deck I built, but 5-color sagas actually seem strong. Yeah, like I said, I haven't gotten like any chance to actually test any of these decks because the set came out at like noon or 1 on Arena, and I was in the middle of Commander Clash, and our Commander Clash today was an epic one. It was like over 3 hours of recording, so we had a really long Commander game. So I pretty much just jumped right into the stream, went and got Bear and jumped right into the stream. So yeah, I haven't got a lot of chance to test some of that stuff yet. Opponent takes the Grease Fang, which is annoying of them. Well, we'll take a Unholy Heat. Toolcraft Exemplar. Well, no vehicles, but we got a couple of dwarfs. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the brewing with this set. I think the set's got a lot of really interesting stuff going on. How have the sagas been? Yeah, someone asked about 5-color shrines in standard. I think shrines are going to be better in historic or even modern, a format where you get more shrines. Oh yeah, when I do Commander Clash, I usually send Bear to go play with a friend, just so I have a few uninterrupted hours to do the recording. So he usually goes and does a puppy playtime. So I dropped him off right before we did Commander Clash, starting at like noon my time, and then I went and picked him up before the stream. Opponent. Yeah, no Looter Scooter, unfortunately. Oh, I'd love Looter Scooter. Would be so good in this deck. It would be so perfect. Yeah, Tribute to Harobia is interesting. Yeah, what is people's experiences with... Oh, boy. All right, so opponent draws the 2-for-1. Everyone's empty-handed. We will pass the turn. Opponent taps. Well, who wins the top deck war? All right, opponent. Well, hits a really good land. This is where we're going to draw Parhelion and cry. All right, Toolcraft Exemplar 3, the worst Tron in the world. Historic Shrine's definitely the way to go. Not enough in Standard. Yeah, there's just not enough, and they all power each other up, and the ones that are in Standard are just, they're pretty weak. There wasn't a payoff. It almost feels to me like Wizards knew they had to put shrines in the set because people were expecting it, but I think they are by far the weakest batch of shrines that Wizards ever made. Like, being creatures makes them really easy to kill. You got to pay mana to activate them. So I think that they're going to be sweet as support cards, and I'm definitely hyped for the Commander deck. I think that's going to be really fun. But as far as Standard, it seems tough to not even make a good deck. I don't care about a good deck, but I don't even know if you can make that fun of a deck out of them in just Standard. Did I see Futurama is coming back? I did. I have mixed feelings. I heard Bender is not going to be there, or Bender's voice is not going to be there, and it's, wow, we need a miraculous looting here. Well, that's not miraculous enough. I guess we just run out Bone Crusher. No attacks. Without Bender, I don't know if it's worth it. How can you do Futurama without Bender's voice? Like, Bender is one of the, Bender is one of the main characters. The other thing is, as much as I love Futurama, and I think that Futurama is, hopefully he comes back. Like, if he does it, I don't even know if I would watch it. The other thing with Futurama is I love Futurama. I think it rivals Simpsons and whatever, is one of the best animated show of all time. Like, it is in the conversation. I think that Futurama is great. On the other hand, Futurama has kinda gotten worse and worse each time it comes back. Like, every time it returns, it's worse than the time before. Like, their last run, which was the third time they returned, there was a few good episodes. I think what was supposed to be the series finale, like, that was actually a really well done episode, but a lot of the episodes just weren't very good. So ruining the series finale, which was so good, to make a bunch of, like, medium to bad episodes, that doesn't really excite me that much. That actually kind of scares me, but I hope I'm wrong. Like, I'm hoping I'm wrong, and maybe it's way better than I think it will be, but I definitely have a worry that it's not going to be that good. Yeah, Simpsons, Family Guy, I stopped watching Simpsons after season 12, maybe, something like that. It's kind of the same with Family Guy. I've watched definitely all the early seasons, but then you just reach a point where it's not as good as it used to be, and they still have all of those shows. On occasion, they'll still have a good episode or whatever, but in general, all right, Goblin Engineer. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Honestly, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Rick and Morty. I watched their latest season that's out not that long ago, and I thought it was good, but I don't know if I thought it was their best. So it made me wonder, like, if Rick and Morty was starting to experience that decline too. New Simpsons are fantastic. So I will say, for stuff like Simpsons in specific, I definitely have not watched their most recent episodes. So if they have made some great recovery and massively improved, it is possible that I missed it and just didn't even know about it because I stopped watching them. So Futurama is maybe my favorite animated show. It's definitely on a very short list of my favorite animated shows. But they did get weaker every time. Their initial run, great. Then the movies were actually pretty good, I thought. The in-between, first time they got canceled movies, those I thought were pretty good. Most of them, at least. So those I thought were good. Then their next run was decent. I think that the first time they returned, it was actually still pretty good. A little bit more hit or miss than the original run. Then the most recent time they returned, that season was really hit or miss. There was the Time Machine episode, I think, is really, really, really good. I think that's one of my favorite episodes for the whole series of Futurama, actually, where they go through the end of time, essentially, and then time starts over and all that stuff. That episode's really good. The finale is really good. They did a great job of closing it out, but yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I mean, I'm definitely excited and I'll watch it. I watched all the other Futurama seasons and I still love Futurama. So even if some episodes end up being weaker than others, I'll still watch it and enjoy it, but it does make me, I don't know. They got to get Bender's voice back. That's a big thing. Like you can't do it without Bender's voice. Yeah, the finale was essentially perfect. Do you rate non-animated shows over animated shows? I mean, personally, it's kind of I don't want to say the other way, but it's actually close. Like, I really enjoy animated shows. I always have. I grew up watching, like, animated shows and, like, early Adult Swim, like, all that kind of stuff. So, for me, animated shows are... Oh, God, we needed that blockbuster. Bankbuster. So, for me, it's... Animated shows are definitely on par with non-animated. And I probably watch, overall in my life, I think I've probably watched more animated shows than non-animated shows. Wow, he took the Bone Crusher. So I guess they must have an Abrade or something. Opponent. So you think that it's all just DiMaggio posturing for a better contract or whatever? I keep calling it. Maybe this nickname is just officially going to be Blockbuster because I keep calling it that. Opponent. Meanwhile, felt like the series finale to me. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way to look at it, but that's definitely how it felt. Well, hey, engineer. Come on, Grease Fangs. We could use a Grease Fangs. Well, get a Parhelion in the graveyard. Play the land past the turn. Grease Fangs, please. One thing I have noticed with this card is there is some tension between crewing it up and turning it into a creature. Oh, we're just gonna get a million for one. Yeah. And drawing cards with it. So that is something I've noticed compared to the other versions. Although with like a Maze Mindstone, you don't have the option of turning into a creature. So I haven't seen Futurama in years. I'm almost to the point where I can forget everything and can watch it again. I mean, the good seasons are good enough that if you enjoy Futurama, I think they're still very watchable. I rewatched some of them recently, and I still liked them. About it. Sorin. Risk It Biscuit, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Well, okay. Stomp the Sorin. I would love to draw Grease Fang. Lightning Helix. I'll play the Lightning Helix. Godless Ride. Where's a Grease Fang? Is there a way we can find Grease Fang more consistently? Is it possible? Hey, thank you for the resub, Brisket Biscuit. Definitely appreciate it. Big soup cheer for you. Oh, it would be so good. I mean, this is a matchup where our opponent has a lot of incidental artifact destruction, which is awkward. My opponent just played a Cultivator Class on turn 5, played 20 lands off it. Well, they got to be playing a lot of lands in their deck if that happened. All right, opponent, Unholy Heat. Sure. And a land. Seasoned Pyromancer to refuel. Can we draw a Grease Fang? No. All right, I gotta say I'm not impressed with these Toolcraft exemplars. These Toolcraft exemplars have felt really bad. A Rat Tutor would be helpful. About it. Oh, Board the Weatherlight's so brutal. It's just so whiffy. That is the issue that I have with Board the Weatherlight. Maybe it's gotten less whiffy, but I just remember playing it and brutally just casting it and getting nothing and crying more than once. So I've never put it in my deck since then. Yeah, this one looks pretty over. All right, let's give it. So our opponent gets to get back to Kroxa. We're going to be empty-handed. I mean, I guess we can stick around for another turn to see if we just top deck Greasefang finally. But, I mean, we have Faithless Looting. So we got Faithless Looting to help find it. Well, yeah, sure. This doesn't really matter, but might as well kill a vampire. All right. Do you think we'll get new Phyrexians in the Brothers War set? I was thinking that we'd go to Phyrexian next year, but it's possible it could be in the Brothers War set. All right, it's a land. All right, we'll give it one more shot. Oh, maybe this will be Against Odds episode. We'll see. Much brew, something. So, I mean, we're obviously getting new Phyrexians at some point. Like, there's no doubt that that's what's happening. I think all the signs point to it. The question is, does it happen in, like, Brothers War? Does it happen in 2023? I was leaning towards 2023, but maybe it's connected to the Brothers War and it's happening sooner, so... Yeah, who knows, though? Like, Kamigawa is, thousands of years in the future and, technopunk, so I'm sure that there's a way Wizards could justify it if it's what they wanted to do. All right, I just want to see this happen once. Hopefully this happens. We have the Faithless Lootings to dig for the combo. Unbarrierites and Bone Shards. Well, I guess we take the Thoughtseize. We don't care too much about either of those. About it. Come on, Greasefang. And also Vehicle in the Graveyard. We draw a land. I'll play the land. Faithless Looting. Discard and... discard and discard. Okay. So that's step one. We found the Goblin Engineer. That can get Parhelion in the Graveyard. Goblin Engineer. Step two is, can we find Greasefangs? Parhelion in the Graveyard. Land untapped. Faithless Looting. Oh, no Greasefangs. Okay, discard and discard. Come on. Come on, Greasefangs. Come on. We want to see this go off. About it. Tap land. Bone Shards. Sure. Discards. Massacre Worm. Well, Faithless Looting. Discard. Pass the turn. Well, the problem is just putting Parhelion on the battlefield doesn't really do anything because it's got to be crude, etc. So I'm not sure that just reanimating it does enough to be worth considering. All right, we found a Greasefang. And we'll see if our opponent has instant speed removal, it can get us, but this is our shot. The power of Greasefang is not only does it reanimate it, but it also crews it. About it. All right, gonna get back the Massacre Worm. Sure. Well, opponent's tapped out. That means it's time. Greasefang. Go to combat. Parhelion. Crew that bad boy up. Okay, here we go. Smack ya. 13 to the face. angels. Oh. Wait. Okay, there they are. First strike. I was like, why are our angels not dealing damage? But okay, that is correct. All right, so bounce the Parhelion. Pass the turn. About it. Yeah, you could go all in on the mech hanger plan, or more in on it. I mean, we got another one. Yes, we will get another one. We will crew another one. Go to combat. Oh, there it is. That's what we're. Wow, this could actually be a deck. This could be a deck. It would be sweet if this was a real historic deck. I gotta say, I don't know if I'm. So what I'm thinking. So my thinking when I was building this deck was we wanted to be able to function without the combo, and be able to play kind of like a Mardu Vehicles deck. The other way to try to build the deck would be to not worry so much about being able to play like a normal vehicle deck, and just trying to play like a combo deck, essentially, where we get rid of a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, the Toolcrafts have felt like the worst card in the deck. But get rid of stuff like that and not try to be able to play like an aggro deck, and just hope. Ooh, well, wow, this hand's actually insane. Our opponent could have a Thought Seize, but otherwise this is just the full nuts. We got the Leyline, Goblin Engineer, and Grease Fang. All right, so opponent does have the Thought Seize, so it's not the ultimate turn 3 kill or pseudo kill, but about it. Bone Crusher. I mean, we got a bunch of vehicles. There's a 4 Parhelions, and then some Blockbusters, and then Heart of Kieran. So I think there's 9, although maybe counting the, you know what, we're just going to stomp this now. Maybe counting the Parhelions is not ideal, because there's so much mana. How many of these cards are in Pioneer? Does this deck work in Pioneer? Yeah, I think you could play. Well, okay, so the biggest thing you're missing in Pioneer is the consistency stuff. You got Grease Fang and Parhelion. What you don't have is Faithless Suiting. What you don't have is Goblin Engineer. So the actual, like, Grease Fang Reanimate Parhelion, that can happen in Pioneer. But the cards that potentially make it a little bit consistent, those are the ones that are missing. Well, opponent is exiling a lot of their graveyard, a lot of their library. Unfortunately, we're not doing anything. Well, I mean, we're going to play the Grease Fang, just have a body, I guess. About it. Yeah, Parhelion might be worth discounting because it's so expensive. Yeah, maybe Stitcher Supplier might be worth it. I'll go dagging. About it. Takes it. Sure. Now, land. Stomp your face. Sometimes Ley Lines of the Void just yanks people out. This is looking like one of those days where your opponent's Reanimator, you have the Ley Line, and you say, well, probably shouldn't have went all in on your graveyard. Opponent. Ooh. Bankbuster. Hit ya. I mean, opponent can jump and go to 1, but they're... Oh, I can't see him getting out of it. All right, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, maybe Motorist could be worth considering. I do think that cutting Toolcraft Exemplar is probably worth it. Toolcraft has felt really bad, but that's the idea anyway. That's the concept. Again, like a lot of these decks, these are, you know, day 1 decks where we're still figuring out the support cards and the details, but overall, we won more than we lost. We ranked up pretty consistently. So what do we learn about our decks tonight? And here's the rundown if you missed any of them. So, of the decks that we actually got to play, here's initial reactions. And if we didn't get to a deck that you want to see, don't worry. We're going to have a ton of content and streams and all that stuff coming up. So, what do we learn about these decks? Black-white vehicles, And again, all of these small sample size. So that's the asterisk. So this is one stream. We played a bunch of different decks in the stream, but this is just initial reaction, small sample size. Black-white vehicles, maybe the most disappointing deck. I was hyped for it, and it just didn't work as well as we wanted to. Maybe it was the matchups. I don't know. The good news is blue-white vehicles worked way better than I thought. So right now, if I'm playing a vehicle deck, I'm starting with blue-white, and then you could go into Esper, you could go into Jeskai, or maybe just blue-white's the way to go. But blue-white actually felt really, really good. Ninjas felt pretty solid, maybe better than I thought. There's just so many cool tricks, definitely worth playing. Samurai, I went into it expecting them to be absolutely horrible, and they were not absolutely horrible. And even though some of their support cards are still pretty lacking, Ryu and Ishin might be legit. I'm excited at the possibility of Ishin being a legit card. And then in Historic, Grease Fang, I think the combo has potential. It's still soft to graveyard hate. Maybe we make it more consistent, but it's definitely par healing on turn 3 attacking. That's enough to win a lot of games. So, on that note, everyone, I believe that brings us to the end of our first Kamigawa stream. So, can you mutate on a vehicle? Yeah. I believe so, and then it'll go back to being a mutate pile of vehicle, I guess. But yeah, you could. I don't see why you couldn't. It's not a human, so you should be able to. You can even mutate on a planeswalker, like a Gideon or something if you animate it. But anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So hey, thanks for hanging out, everyone. You all are amazing. Next stream Tuesday, we'll check out some more Kamigawa stuff. In the meantime, replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there, top 10 list, Kamigawa gameplay coming soon, and one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com, even get a free goldfish sticker. Most importantly, thanks to each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome, and just, I appreciate you so much. So thanks for hanging out, having some fun tonight. I love you all, everyone. Have a wonderful Thursday night. Have a wonderful Friday. And yeah, I'll see you on the YouTube. I'll see you next week for the stream. Until then, have a great weekend. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.